G'day. It's your boy Danny D, aka Alaktrician Man, back in the house. And as usual, I have my partner in crime, Crypto Lucky, there as well. And a very special guest today. We have a man, Crypto Kingz, in the house.
Thank you. Appreciate coming on. Appreciate it. I've been a fan for a long time, so you know it's good. It's good to be here.
Man, so awesome to have you here.
Honor, man. Yeah.
We got some people out here, man. We got some people out here. Gaz has been sitting there earlier. Woohoo! LFG, bro. All right, switched on. Obviously, Crypto Kingz. Woohoo!
I'm excited.
Big wigs drip chat. Boom.
Nice. Let's do this.
Thank you, brother. Did you get the blue drink?
I got something. I won't say if it's blue or not, but there's liquid.
I'll email you. I'll email you some of this, man. Like
that would be sweet.
Oh man, it's full again.
Yeah, brother, it's full again. Oh yeah, nice. I had to beat up Papa Smurf in the back earlier and drain his blood and his sweat, and now
so that's how they make it.
Absolutely, man.
Is it blood or
sweet. Alak-Azul, and there you go, Ziggy. So, nice. Champions, we've got a freaking cool show today. As usual, it's just going to be chilling, general chit chat, me drinking some of this. And for the people out there watching, as you know, my streams are always like that. It's just like chill out, talk about whatever you want. This is real people, real talk. We're not biased on anything. We're neutral. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. We're not here to get into arguments or anything like that. But if you have something to say out there and there's substance behind what it is that you want to talk about, by all means, fire away with questions, and we'll be here to answer.
Arguments are fun, though, man.
Huh?
I'm kidding.
Well, if they want to. Yeah, I'm waiting. Like the boys from DGen reckon they're going to be coming over here at some stage in one of our shows, and I said, "Come on over and create some havoc." Yeah.
Start a fight with Kings. I'm kidding.
So there you go. So how do you want to start it off, my brothers? Anyone out there, please type questions or whatever.
I'm like awestruck because Crypto Kingz is here. My man. No, we really appreciate it. No, you've been doing a lot in the space, and you know you're showing up, giving a lot of good content, and that's stuff that we as investors or people playing in the space, we appreciate that because that's what's needed in a time where and projects where it gets very technical. We need people like, I guess with us, we're kind of talking about it. We're kind of high level, kind of just layman point of view. Right, and that's what you do too. You're very good at articulating certain things.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably one of my best strengths is taking a complicated concept and I guess watering it down a bit so most people can understand it. And I appreciate you supporting me. It's been almost a year and a half now. I've been making videos every single day. And when I first started, I was like, if I want to grow the channel, I just need to just hammer it every single day, no days off.
Yeah, man.
That's what I did. I noticed you, Danny D, at the start, you were grinding hard. You were doing those live streams, was it multiple times a week?
Yeah.
Like 4-hour, 5-hour live streams.
Yeah, bro. It was
taking
like
a big
that.
break.
I just got tired, man. I just got tired, honestly. And, again, it's no big secret. My live streams were more about providing exposure for everybody else. It was never really about me. It just wasn't that thing. It wasn't that, I want you to join my team or anything like that. And props to everyone else that does that. That's like beautiful. That's a great thing. For me, I just have different strategies and different ideas on how I do things. And it's just, man, giving exposure. Like we've had Gangster Finance on here. We've had Ark. We've had, Forex on here. There's another guy which I'm going to do a shout out to, Wes Long. He has another project which sounds pretty freaking amazing too. I'm not going to go into it, but he will be on the stream at some stage in the next couple of weeks. It's called Fate, Fate, Fate token. I don't know all the mechanics of it, but he's going to be coming on and talking about that. Yeah, just basically inviting lots of different people to come on here and just do your thing, you know.
Nice.
From devs to influencers or whatever, and yeah, man, I don't know, bro. I decided to just take that ride off into the sunset for a while there, spend some time with my family. You know, it's all about passive income, and if you're having to work 24 hours a day, yeah. which I was doing back then, it's no longer passive income, right? So, yeah. But the thing is, it's what we do because we're passionate about it and we love it.
Correct. And that's where like once you start, because of course, as we all know here, we've had an influence of some sort for people to get into projects like Drip being one of them. There were many before, but once they taste success in their crypto journey, it's like you don't want to stop, because if you're able to help one person, it's like imagine how many more people I could help. Now, some people will take it at, again, surface level, where they just base it on price, and it's like a risk. And hey, what's happening to the price? And they start crying when it goes down, start celebrating when it goes up. When the price went up in that last final push in that last bull run, everybody thinks they're a genius, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm a crypto, genius," and they start talking about other projects. But now everybody's realizing that's not the case, right? And now is the time to build, right? And it is a time to come together and really dig deep into the actual projects to understand how does it really work, and will it work? Imagine when the next bull run comes, what are these prices going to look like? So you're setting yourself up. I know Kings, you're big in the animal farm as well, right? Setting yourself up with the pigs and all that stuff. Look at the prices now, man. Yeah. Is it a scam? Is it a rug? No, heck no, dude. Get that shit now.
Yeah,
dude.
If you want to play, if that's your strategy, it may not be.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Animal farm's a big one for me. I've from what I can tell, I think in a bull run, I think that's going to be extremely valuable. So while the prices are on the low, not much people talking about it. I've been stacking my bag. So I think animal farm's a big one. That's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a gem, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You guys in the animal farm?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit of this, bit of that. Hey, man, and the same thing, like Drip, I think once we get the bull run again, I think there's going to be a lot of eyes on Drip. I think I mentioned this in my last streams as well. It's like people are going to go, what survived the bull run? What survived the bear market, right? And obviously Drip's going to be one of those ones on people's tongues, right?
Yep.
And I think that you're going to get a lot more people coming into it at that point.
Yep.
But again, that's just my opinion. I haven't had my first Alak-Azul, which I'm going to do right now.
Yeah, what's going on? It's already been like a couple minutes.
It's 9:41 in the morning, Sunday for me. So, man, my wife says this to me all the time. She goes, "It's Sunday. You're going to drink. Make sure you eat something first, because otherwise you're going to be too smashed by the end of it." So, here's to the wife, Alak-Azul.
Alak-Azul.
With my coffee. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
So I'm guessing you had a good breakfast then. You're not drinking that on an empty stomach.
Well, brother, I thought about it like probably 20 minutes ago. And I thought, oh shit, the wife's gonna beat my ass. So my daughter bought this thing. It's like it's cocoa jam. It's coconut jam, right? And I thought I gotta try that. So man, I opened it up. It'd been in the fridge, and it was like freaking shoe glue. It was like,
well, you didn't just munch on that, did you? Yeah.
I had that. I had that on breakfast, and it's like, yeah, man.
It goes good with Alak-Azul.
Well, yeah, man. Because the Alak-Azul's got a slight aftertaste of coconut. Just a slight. It's not like a Malibu where you drink it and you can really taste the coconut. This is just a slight lingering taste of a coconut afterwards, man. So,
did you design the Alak-Azul yourself? Was that your creation?
That's my creation since 2018, brother. And that is going to hit the global market within the next 8 to 12 months.
It's some good stuff, man.
Yeah. With its own crypto ecosystem.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro. So it's going to be.
Is this all on the low right now, or?
Well, it's kind of on the low, but everyone knows Alak-Azul, right?
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, it's Alak-Azul, Alak-Azul. But well, it's how many years in the making, so it's just a matter of waiting for the right time to release it. But basically, just to give a little bit of an idea, it's cryptocurrency that is also supported by a physical drink on the outside. So
would it be a type scenario where if the sales are doing well, that's good for the investors? Is that kind of the...
Absolutely, bro. And like so many different things that we have in the roadmap and in the plans where, for example, you have the app on your phone, you go to an establishment that stocks the Alak-Azul and you can pay using the app on your phone. You can pay for the drinks, which in a couple of ways is awesome. Once we tie it in with like the point of sale systems and stuff like that, basically what can happen is that the establishment now becomes part of the crypto ecosystem as well, right? Because they're getting paid in the Alak-Azul token, which they can then either stake or convert to fiat or whatever. So it's revolutionary, brother.
So what, 8 to 12 months? That'll be
8 to 12 months. It'll hit the street, bro, globally. Right.
You have to let me know, once I'm ready to go. I'm gonna have to get myself some Alak-Azul tokens.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there's variations of it. Like again, this is alpha. I'm not going to go into all the details, but there's different levels to the actual system, different levels to the game, because there will be an NFT game that comes out with it and a metaverse, etc. And I've got different variations of the Alak-Azul drink. Okay, so for example, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, let's say there's 7 levels in the game. Okay, within the ecosystem, different earnings on different levels. Each one of those levels also represents a variety of the drink. Right, so it's going to be exciting, bro. You're going to be shilling this shit when it goes out.
Wait, are you telling me that there's going to be more Alak-Azuls?
Yes.
Are some of them not going to be blue though? Because
they're all going to be blue. No, they're all going to be blue. There's different. Like, man, I've got one that's coming out that's got ghost pepper essence in it, so it's hot when you drink it. Yeah,
so
bro.
like a chili alcoholic drink.
Yeah, but then that's one that you would just drink like on the rocks, because what happens when you drink it, you get this intense freaking heat, but it only lasts for a few seconds and then dwindles away, and you get the nice Alak-Azul taste afterwards. So
you tried them all, tasted them all, got them all.
Of course, brother.
Yeah, nice.
That's very fun.
So yeah, man, exciting. Again, a bit of alpha, but I'll definitely let you know ahead of time before we actually launch. Man, that thing's warmed my belly, and it kind of makes me think I should have another one soon, but I'll hold off. And this is a question I get all the time. Hang on. 100. What's in your drink? Well, man, again, look, it's really a secret. Obviously, it's like the KFC 11 secret herbs and spices. You just can't do that.
The secret formula, like the Krabby Patty and the Krusty Krab.
Krabby Patty, that's what it is.
Absolutely right. But what I can say is it's 80 proof, so you're looking at 40% alcohol.
Ooh.
Right. So it's a nice one, man. Sweet.
Is it available when you do this global wide? I'll be able to get it in New Zealand.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely, man. It's going to be everywhere. So
like in the shops and stuff, you think I'll be able to wander? Ooh.
You'll be able to get it in the shops. You'll be able to get it in the restaurants and bars and everything like that. Obviously, we're going to talk about who's heading up distribution in those particular areas, and the legalities that we come up against, right? There's certain countries and certain states around the world where you have to specify exactly what's in it, but there's loopholes around that as well. So that's the kind of legal stuff that we're dealing with at this point. So, but nice. It'll definitely be out there. Alak-Azul, brother.
Crypto Lucky, you're in the Alak-Azul business as well, or what's your?
Well, yeah, by default, I guess, because I'm not a taste tester, so I'm not going. It's some good quality stuff. Yeah. I'm a whiskey guy myself, so this I'm I like sippy drinks, right? Drinks that you just sip on, and But definitely ALAKAZUL. You could take it straight, neat, or on the rocks. Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, you can mix it with stuff. We often mix it with a thing over here called buko pandan, which is like buko is coconut, and then pandan is like pandanus leaf. But yeah, so there's a like a juice thing over here called buko pandan. You mix that with it. Oh, dude, it's freaking heaven, man.
It has a nice tropical. It's pretty good. It's hard to explain, but it's
yeah.
Yeah,
I have to try. I'm not much of a drinker myself, but
we can change that.
Yeah, Crypto Kingz, he's gonna be drunk in all his streams.
What's up, yes.
What are you talking about? Drip what?
There you go.
I'm curious. How did you get started anyway?
And just in crypto or on YouTube?
Yeah.
In crypto. Well, I was kind of into it. When I was 18, 19, I had like this marketing business I did, and it was doing really well for a while. I made a bunch of money, and then kind of just started losing customers, and it faded away. But I still had a bunch of money. I was like, all right, I guess I got to move on to my next venture now. And then I kind of started getting into crypto. I just started off just like buying some Bitcoin, Ethereum, a few other random coins like that, and it went up a bit. And then I was at a chiropractor one day. I had like a shoulder issue. I was seeing a chiropractor, and he was telling me about this passive income he was making in something called drip.
Wow.
And she showed me a few other things, like there was Feg at the time. He was showing me Hex at the time was doing some big moves. A couple of other things as well, but we started with drip. Got me signed up under him. He's got a lot of referral rewards now from signing me up.
Dude.
Yeah.
But he got me in, and just never looked back from there. And eventually started the YouTube channel, and I got in drip about $17 or so at the time. And we're making bank for and continue to make bank. So
that was your basically like play into DeFi.
Yeah, drip
and Hex.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get into Hex. I was just kind of watching what was happening there. But drip. And luckily, because it kind of peaked at that point, so
yeah,
it was just drip.
Yeah,
I remember it hit 201. Brandon says, "Oh, it's 90, 190." I watched it hit 201, man, because I claimed some on that day, man. I sold on that day, right?
Yeah,
I know.
I remember when it was I saw it at 198, and I was getting my friends into that time. When I told them right away at like $17, like no. But then when it was at $190 odd, like all right, sign me up. So I was getting them set up when it was that price.
So now they're not your friends no more. No.
Well, luckily they didn't put too much money in. So
well, that's the key, right? I mean, that's what we tell everybody. And it's not just which program that you're focused on, right? It's your strategies approaching that program, right? I mean, everything. If you want to think about it, I mean, it's not a game, but ultimately it is. It's your strategy. You're planting seeds. Now, one seed could just wither and die and not be successful, and you put in all that money there. But that's the case. So, but just keep planting more seeds, right? Imagine the people getting in now at what is that, 27 cents right now, right?
Yeah.
It's the same game. Brand new people are like, this is the best thing since sliced bread, right? But we're spoiled. We went from $6 to like 17 and down to $2.58, down to $1.98, and we've been compounding. All this, I'm still compounding claiming right now, right? What was that, bro?
I said 201. Don't say 198. 201, right?
It's your entry points, right? And it's how you ROI. What your strategy is to ROI, and that's for every program out there, every platform. You got to think. You're not going to hold on to it should go up. It should go up because you're not understanding the actual fundamentals and the tokenomics, the mechanics. I think that's really important. And Crypto Kingz, you do a good job at explaining that to people, whether they get it or not. That it's a fact. It's the code. That's what it's going to do.
Yeah, and that's the thing with drip, right? Even if the price goes down, with compound interest, you can make money. You get up to 365% your initial return, and plus the compound interest. So you could get in at like 30 cents, and then in 8-9 months from now, even if the price was 10 cents, which I don't think will happen, but you could still be profitable and wildly profitable with that. So that's the power that these type of protocols allow. So to explain, I think it's important.
And it's such an improvement on the programs from the past, its predecessors. Right? I mean, we've been in DeFi ever since, right? So it's like Drip is such an improvement on Flow. Flow was an improvement on Tron Chain, and so on and so on and so on. You know, everything on Tron. Right? If you're in Tron, which is a totally different network, but
I've heard the stories. It's
a fun network, man, because it's just that's where all the
quick.
It
was really quick.
Was that
super quick? Tron.
Oh yeah.
Back then, man, Tron. It was like super quick, just boom, 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 boom.
And I'm still on Tron
now. Well,
it's just the gas is
the gas is a bitch. But
they changed.
Dude, I'm still making money on Flow, and I say it on every stream. I'm still making money on Flow, even though it's right.
And here's the thing, bro. It's like on Tron, what 2019, 2018, 2019. You know, all these things being built on Tron, but they weren't anything like ROI dApps. What we see today, they were like the beginners, the OGs, right? They're making these programs just to test it and experiment, and we were making money off it, right? And they didn't last long, and it wasn't a rug pull. It was just improper code, the way they built it. So it's not a scam. It's not a rug pull, or maybe there were tons of exploits, right? But that's the risk you take as well. So it's not like gambling where you're just throwing red or black kind of thing. You could look at it that way. It is a gamble, but I think it's more of an educated risk. It's like Forex trading, right? When you say, some people say, well, Forex trading is just like a casino. Ultimately, as a brokerage, yes, it is, right? You are the house, so the brokerage always wins, right? But it's a zero-sum game pretty much. But trading, I love trading. Forex trading, I've been doing that since 2011, 2012, right? And but you're not just going to click buy or sell, right? You got to look at the charts. More importantly, you look at the fundamentals, right? Well, what do you think your strategy is going to be as soon as you click that button? When you click that button, right? So it's an educated risk. It's educated guess, pretty much. So, but yeah, no, Tron was fun. All these miners were there before miners, right?
Yeah.
Before the term miner came in, and now it's all trading bots and AI, which is pretty scary because, again, as Forex traders, there hasn't been one magical bot that's solved. I mean, if it was, people would just be ridiculously rich, right? But some bots do work for certain strategies or certain triggers, but not all of them are 100%. And what scares me is like if you're relying on bots, especially one bot that relies on one strategy, that's difficult because you have drawdowns. When you go from $100 down to $50, you just lost 50%. But in order for you to get back to 100, you got to increase by 100%. So it's like it's a tough game, man. So that's why I'm not personally into anything that has to do with trading bots. But I'm always looking at it. I'm curious to see, right? I mean, Danny and I were like, "Oh shit, should I get back into that game?" It was like, no. I kind of like just sitting back and chilling.
Yeah, there's a lot of DeFi projects out there where you're like, "That's interesting. I'm not going to put my money into it, but I'm going to watch it and just see how it goes, and learn from it from the outside perspective. If it does well, and I see something similar, I might take that opportunity, but." I think just being observant in DeFi, just watching lots of different projects at the same time, that can help you learning a lot and like gain reference experience.
Just learn. Learn.
I got to say, the only project that I actually got into on day one was Drip. I was in on day one. Everything else, like I let everybody else test it first, man. It's me, right? I don't FOMO into anything anymore, and I guess I wouldn't call myself a degen either, right? If it's in my opinion, even with Animal Farm, and I'll say this right from the beginning, I had people within my groups and stuff. Oh, Animal Farm, this. Oh, I'm going to miss out. I'm going to miss out on this. I'm going to miss out on that. And in my opinion, it's always about, look, if the thing's going to be solid, it's going to be solid 6 months from now. Okay. let everyone go in and do whatever they're doing, and let them play their game. That's entirely up to them. But for me personally, I sit back and I watch first, and then I'll come in. Same with Ark, sure. Right? I'm in Ark, but it took me a good 2 months to 3 months before I actually took the step to get into it. Although I had people that within the teams already messaging me and saying, "Hey, you got to look at this thing," and yeah, okay, I'll look at it, but it doesn't mean that I'm just going to FOMO into it, right? And I think that's something you learn over time. Hopefully, you learn over time that okay, it seems really, really interesting, but everything has glitches along the way. There's always like teething issues and teething problems. Now, if your risk tolerance allows you to stay there for that teething stage, beautiful. Okay, I'm not saying don't do it. Do it if that's what you want to do. But again, everyone's got different levels of risk tolerance, right?
Yeah.
For me, I just like chill, man. It must be the blue drinks. I think I may have to have another one.
Yeah, and I think Animal Farm. I mean, the prices that it is where it's at today, Alak-Azul, brother. It's really based on the timing, right, of the market. Animal Farm came out early, last year, and then everything just tanked. Well, it's not Animal Farm's fault. Like, it's not the platform. It's just the timing of it. Now, do you look at dips as a positive thing or a negative thing? If you put too much money into it in the beginning, then of course it's going to be a negative thing for you, perhaps, right? Now you got to think of refilling that tank. But if you're coming in now, again, it's such a beautiful project to get into. It's not the only project you should get into, but you want to definitely diversify. But we're not drip maxis, although we're all retired on drip right now. Still, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're basically, and so that's not something I like to brag about too much. It's just we're living off DeFi. There's not we don't need anything else. And to help the whole point is to help other people understand, build their own strategies to then experience the same. That's why we're here. Whether it's drip, whether it's Ark, whether it's XYZ or whatever other platform comes up. I mean, everybody's going to play their own game, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
That was Viet Hater. Big shout out to you, brother. It's been a while since we've had you on the stream. One of these days, you got to join us again. So
jump on, man.
Yeah, man.
Stop me from talking. I blab too much. Sorry, things.
No, it's all good. It's all good, man.
This is your stream, bro.
I don't care, bro. I don't care. There's many times I've done these streams and I
want to hear from him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So ArkFi, guys, that was something that I nearly got into, but I didn't quite pull the trigger. You guys are in that, I'm guessing.
Yeah, definitely in it. There's been some like scary moments.
Yeah.
But again, if you take it at face value, you're going to be scared. But if you start looking into the actual project and you see what the devs are doing, and the guys aren't disappearing. I mean, we had them on the stream last week, and the guys got integrity. I love the team. Yes, there's been some hiccups, but you can see that they're actually working to improve it, which they're doing. Right, they've got lots of things coming out. They have the air card, they have the physical debit card coming out. The air card, Brandon was out like testing it out the other day, and he bought Krispy Kremes using the app, Krispy Kreme's donuts, and then went out grocery shopping, all using the app within the ArkFi ecosystem. So beautiful. I know that they're working on stuff, but ArkFi. I'm bullish on ArkFi. Again, not financial advice. Do your own research.
Right? And it's also good to get other views, right?
Yeah.
We had the privilege of talking to them personally, right?
Yeah.
And the devs and the founders to get inside their minds, to see what type of personality do they have, what's their intent, right? And who knows, they could just be fooling everybody. But who knows? Yeah. Same with Forex. Same with BT and everybody in the space could just, like, Richard Hart could be showing his face. Yeah, he's doxing everything. Doesn't mean this project's going to be 100%. Doesn't mean that he was labeled before as being the biggest rug puller, holding all that ETH from Hex. But hey, have you made money on it? I mean, fucking, you know, I love Hex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now the stuff he's coming out with for Pulse Chain, it's a progression. We're part of this evolution, right? And
Hex right now as well. By the way, I was looking at the prices the other day. You know, I didn't think Hex would be under a cent again. Are you when you look at that, is that something you're like, all right, I want to get back in, or what's your kind of?
Well, I think the biggest play right now is Pulse Chain. Again, this is just my personal opinion. It's not because it's a completely different protocol, and there's a lot of dApps that will be developed on that. Hex, absolutely. Hex has been there ever since. That's why you talk about projects that have been here and withstood the test of time and stress tests and everything. Hex has already done that. Dude, I was there during the before the actual big payday, they called it. I was at 0.0003 whatever 7 cents. Man, I was in that time where we were like where there was a timer and 8 a.m. on this side of the world. That's where it stopped. And then we bombarded the network. No one could get their buys in time. And I actually bought it in at the right time. Okay, not bragging or anything, but dude, within 20 minutes, I made over 10 grand because of an arbitrage. And that's just Hex. So that was fun, right? That was fun for me. But I was able to experience it during that big payday time, or like day 60 something. I was of the 200 days. But after it launches, if you check out Hex now, it's a pretty good, stable, not boring, but for us drippers and all that, it's pretty boring. It's not 1% a day, but you're getting good returns. So that's where you want to kind of look at is, okay, where can I get good, solid, decentralized profits, right? Where it's like it's a little more steady than the high risk, high reward projects as well, if that's your strategy, right?
Yeah. I think you need to have that balance, right? We talk about this a lot on our streams and with Block Media as well. We talk about having that balance, and you know, at the end of the day, if you can get more than what the banks will give you, you're winning.
Come on, man.
Right? Yeah. Whether that's 8%, 10%, 5%, 20, 30, 40% a year, it doesn't seem much when you talk about the stuff we're in, like your 1% a day, 2% a day, whatever, right? But man, that's a long-term thing. It's better than just having money sitting in the bank, right? So you know,
name me one program out there, even Pancake Swap, right? Even their lowest, like what are they giving up? 1%, 2%, like 2%.
Possibly, yeah. On Bitcoin farms or stablecoin farms.
Yeah,
they're still better than the banks, right?
Eric again.
I know. Sorry, that's my awesome Philippine internet. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at even when we had Brandon on the call a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we talked about even Animal Farm, right? The stable coin options on Animal Farm. It's what, 14% a year?
Yeah.
Still 14%, man. That's freaking huge, really.
Yeah.
You know, out in the real world, 14%. Where can you get that? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And bro, they're upgrading the Animal Farm. They're getting the Animal Farm version 3, which according to Forex is going to increase the yield drastically.
See?
His words. So
we'll
see. And earn in more of the tokens that you stake. So if you stake the stable coin, you know, like BUSD, USDT or something, you're doing additional more of those tokens that gets compounded into your stake and just keep earning like that. So it'll be an APY as opposed to an APR coming soon. So there's going to be some big earning potential on, you know, blue chip stable assets coming soon, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
So
because you market, we're spoiled.
Yeah, exactly.
We're spoiled.
Kings. Okay, so if someone like you, let's say you're out somewhere having dinner or something, and you just got into a conversation with someone about crypto, and it's their first ever. Well, they're not even in crypto. Okay. As their first step into crypto, what would you suggest?
I would suggest.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say, well, I wouldn't want to you know, I just invest in the blue chips unless you're going to go on the animal farm or something, or some place to earn, you know, solid, stable, passive income. I wouldn't just be buying Bitcoin and hodling it. You know, that's a bit boring. So I'd probably have to say, you know, look into DeFi. I think that's, you know, if you're looking for, you know, some more higher returns, then that's the place to be. I'd say put some money in Drip, put some money in Animal Farm, have a look around a few other projects. You know, maybe look at Richard Hard's ecosystem. Maybe even look at, you know, like you're saying, ArkFi or any other thing like that.
Yeah.
You know, have a look around. But you know, Animal Farm, I'm really bullish on Animal Farm. I would be putting, you know, out of all the capital, I'll be putting the most in that. Then I'll be, you know, I think I've answered the question.
Yeah, that's all good. No, it's because, I mean, again, I know you've watched a couple of our other streams there recently, and Eric and I have Blocks Media. Okay, Blocks Media. You know what? Just before we go into it, I'm going to play the video one more time on Blocks Media, just so people. I love that thing.
What a cool video. Who did that?
Yeah, man. But yeah, basically what we're doing is we're taking crypto to the streets. We're educating people through webinars and like face-to-face events and things like that. We're educating people that have zero knowledge on crypto, or some that may have a little bit of knowledge, but we take them through and we take them through all the steps. Okay. What is blockchain? So they understand that. What is cryptocurrency? What are different kinds of tokens? What's the difference between a token and a coin, if there is any? Just these things, and then setting up MetaMask, et cetera, et cetera. So again, you know, as been mentioned on the other streams as well, within the DeFi space, what we generally have right now is it's a recirculation of the same people over and over and over again. The people that are in Ark have come from Drip, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And so how do we bring new people into it? And so that's why with Lucky and I there, we've done Blocks Media, and we're taking new people and giving them information about crypto and giving them the knowledge about crypto, and then just coming up with the basic use cases. Okay. Once they've got their feet wet, then they can take the step into the other things like what we do. Okay. And I think a very important factor of that is that if you educate people along the way, before they actually jump into it, you're going to get a lot less of these, oh shit, what's happened to the price? Because people actually start to understand it a little bit more. Bro, you want to like elaborate on that, what we're doing?
Oh yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, people who, I mean, it's starting to become a household name, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, but people still don't understand. It's too technical. I don't know how to, you know, what is this thing? But as I've always said, cryptocurrency and blockchain is going to be a part of our lives, whether we like it or not, just like the internet is a part of our lives now. All the regulation and all the government's trying to fight for, you know, how do we tax this thing? How do we, you know, that happened in the 90s. Kings, you're probably too young for this, but then it's this happened in the 90s when internet first came out. It's like, what is email? How does that work? And, you know, and if you're shipping from one state to another or one country, like how does it get taxed? And so it's like that's the same trend that's going on now. So I'm not worried, but that actually gets me excited. So people say, you know, well, it's 2023. Bitcoin came out, you know, 2008, or it's too late. I said, no, it's only 2023. It's so early right now. And so you got to understand what's happening. We're lucky on this side of the world because we have governments that are forward thinking. In the Philippines, we're in the Philippines right now, and our government is very forward thinking and supportive. So we have a bunch of apps like I don't know what you guys have in New Zealand, but in the States they have like Cash App and even like PayPal, where now you're incorporating crypto. You're able to exchange your fiat to crypto. You could do that over here in this country. Peer to peer is no problem, right? So governments and companies, private institutions are supporting it now. So it's like, okay, now it's slow adoption, but there's still people with the app that was like, okay, I don't even know what that is. So that's where we come in. We're like, okay, what is blockchain? What is cryptocurrency? How does it work? What are the use cases? Simple use cases like voting, like money remittance, right? It solves those issues. So we go through all that. And then once they understand it, now they take it to the next level. Okay, let's get you set up. Let's do a sample peer-to-peer transaction. Get your MetaMask set up. And then now you're on MetaMask. Now you're on this side of the world. Let's see what you could do with it. Starting you off with like PancakeSwap or Animal Farm. We'll throw them to Crypto Kings, get them in Animal Farm.
Yeah, man.
and start to taste it, because you could start, and we've used this as a demo, you could start investing your money with what, $1 if you really wanted to, right?
Yeah.
Put it in PancakeSwap, earn a couple percent more than what you would get at traditional banks. And people are like wowed by that, because like, well, how much do I start? I feel like I need a bunch of money. Bitcoin's at 30,000, and it sounds big, but really start with $1. Start with $2. I mean, it won't make sense with gas fees, but they'll understand that real quick. Let them choose.
I think, bro, the future of crypto and DeFi, I think what's going to happen, especially in DeFi, as DeFi gets stronger and stronger over time, is that a lot of younger people that maybe they've done some normal investing, they're in the stock market, maybe they've brought some Bitcoin, is they're going to see what's happening in DeFi. They're going to see all the type of products. They're going to see they're going to see how fun it is. They're going to see the high yields you can earn and all this type of stuff. And I think in a bull run, you get people like me coming out. I'm like, yo, look, I'm in this project. Look, making $1,000 a day over here, $2,000 a day over here. Ideally, I'm showing people all these different fun protocols that also, mechanically sound. And I think young people are going to be coming into DeFi in large amounts over time. We'll get, give it obviously a few years, but I think literally going to be a big part in the future.
Yeah, it is. I mean, hey, my 10-year-old, my 12-year-old, and my 14-year-old, they manage their own crypto accounts.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
It's beautiful. And they're asking me if they can start doing live streams, right? No. Yeah. Not yet. Not yet. But that's the thing. Look at this. Hang on. I'll wait for it. But yeah, here, check this. Okay, Alak-Azul. Took me off the streets and into DeFi. So grateful. Love it.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah. So definitely, the kids of today, they don't know life without internet. They don't know life without gadgets. And I said to my son the other day, I said, he loves playing Valorant. He's just on there playing Valorant all day. My 10-year-old, he's into freaking Discord and Telegram and all this kind of stuff. He's into creating bots and that kind of thing at 10 years old, right? And I said to my son that plays Valorant the other day, I said, you're already on the computer. You're there all the time. This is part of your world now. Why not just keep playing your thing, but now take another step into this direction and start looking at that game that you're playing. How's it being created, right? That gives you another total mindset. I said, he goes, so what do you think I should be doing? I said, well, first off, don't worry about creating the game first. Just learn about Python. Learn about the Python language, right? The next day he comes to me and goes, oh, Dad, guess what? I'm on Python and I just created a calculator. I'm like, freaking beautiful, man. Beautiful. And this is what we got to do. As parents, bro, Crypto Kings, I don't know how old you are. I'm 52 this year, okay? And I've got 6 kids. And I can literally, I could go and say to my kids, oh, stop playing the games. Just get out and do something else, But it's no longer like that. It's about, okay, well, they're already doing this. Let's just change their mindset a little bit and continue to do that, but add it. enhance it because they're gonna need this, right? You can't you just can't tell your kids of today, get off the gadgets. I mean, that's their life. They don't know anything else.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They don't know anything else. And even if we try to go to like traditional ways of doing stuff, dude, I can get my kids working out in the garden every day, like what I used to do when I was growing up, or doing shit outside. But then they've got their peers to deal with after that. Their peers are all doing the stuff that they're doing now, and it's like, man, this kid, no, don't hang out with him because he doesn't do the shit that we do. So you just got to try to find that balance and get them involved in this technology without them just using it for unproductive shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think obviously, like, you got to be technically savvy if you want to make it in the world, in this day and age and in the future. I mean, you obviously don't want to be on, technology 24/7. You want to, learn how to have some hand-eye coordination and play some sports and stuff.
Oh man, yeah, my son is so like lanky when he's running. I'm like, why do you run like that? Because I was on his iPad and stuff. Like, and then when his friends come over, it's like, yeah, let's have a party, get together. Yeah. But they're all just sitting there on their phones and iPads.
Hey, brother, how old are you, man?
I just turned 22.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Youngin.
22.
See, I was lucky. When I was in primary school, we didn't have a huge amount of technology. So I feel like I kind of, I was outdoors a lot then. Yeah. Then when I kind of got to high school, about 13 years old, that's when even in high school, we're on our laptops all day. And that's when. So I feel like I got a little bit of come up without being bombarded with technology.
Yeah.
But, from like 13 onwards.
22. Still on the bike.
Dude. 22. Can you imagine when you're 52 like me, what you're going to be doing, man? Like, holy hell.
I'm going to boomer, dude.
That's beautiful, bro.
Not thinking about that right now.
Yeah, because I'm an old fucker, right?
But dude, and it's like, I'm 50 myself, right? So it's like, if you think back at 22, what the hell was I doing?
Yeah.
I was just picking up chicks or just doing stupid stuff, doing nonsense out there. That's what I was doing at 22, traveling. And just, I didn't find myself till my wife found me and bonked me on my head. And
my kids are older than you, bro.
Yeah, dude.
My kids are older than you, man.
So what if you guys could be 22 again? Right now, what do you think you guys would be doing with your time and energy?
Exactly what you're doing, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Exactly what you're doing. So we're proud of you, man. You think from elders, if you want to call. No, dude, you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing. You're helping people. That's number one, right? Experience the gains and success that you've personally had, and you're a learner. You're just absorbing whatever you can. Now's the time to do it.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Outside of crypto, I mean, I was just having this conversation. My whole life, so far, I mean, my life's not over. I'm just saying, like, if I wanted to learn anything, generally what, outside of crypto, the lessons that I wish I learned earlier was the importance of credit and real estate. That's it.
Yeah.
Right?
And have to
how credit works, how money works, how, and we're lucky because now we have YouTube to learn all that stuff. You check out Ray Dalio, right? The I don't know if you've ever seen that video about money and currency and how it works, how it really works, how the markets really work. If you get a chance, everybody watching right now, watch that shit, dude. It's a really good video to watch, about 30 minutes long, I believe. But if I learned that early, and then Rich Dad Poor Dad, all of that stuff, right?
Read the book. I've read that a couple times.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Am I still here?
Was that?
You're still here, Danny?
Dude.
What happened?
What the hell? No, everything just shut down and then came back on.
We didn't lose you for a second.
Oh, man. Must have been like a power fluctuation. But yeah, I'm thinking, am I still here? Anyway, all right, I'm here.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. Oh, it's doing it again.
That was pretty much done. I was like, if there's any lessons I want to learn I wish I learned younger, was the value of credit, because that takes you, throughout your whole life, and ultimately real estate, which is one of the best, most solid types of investments, and how to play the game of money. You read Rich Dad Poor Dad? Yeah, that's it. Monopoly. That's all it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reread that, but I remember the biggest thing out of that book is investing in assets over liabilities, and also not just letting your money sit around, putting it to work. And assets are going to make you money. And like you said, real estate, that's going to be a big one. I plan in the future we'll build a real estate empire.
That's right.
For now it's a DeFi empire. Soon it'll be a real estate empire.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, you're at a good age, man. You're good. Just keep going, man. It's like when I first started, I mean, thinking of assets, I started off like I was exposed to crypto early, 2010, 2011, around that time, right?
I'll be right back.
Trying to join these faucets and miners and Bitcoin on my laptop, Toshiba laptop, right? That was back in it. But then I really got into it, in the teens when I started to get into mining. Started mining Ethereum. And I was like, okay, well, if I just have my computer on, I want to start a business, but if I just leave my computer on, I don't have to deal with customers or anything, any nagging clients or anything like that. It's just a computer that's making me $1 a day. I was like, oh, great, that's making me $1 a day. So I got more GPUs and I started building this mining farm in my house that kept the house warm during winter and kept us all sweating during the summer in Vancouver. So it's like that's how I actually really get started in crypto. That's where I really focused on it. And then
so just mining Bitcoin, mining Ethereum to
mining. Yeah, that's all I was doing, right? And then I got into the coding part of it. It was like, you could actually do stuff with this and start building stuff. 2017, it started coming out here. And again, we built we actually were instrumental in drafting out the first law in the Philippines and actually all of Asia to help regulate blockchain and crypto projects, right? So that's a pretty big, I'm proud to be a part of that. But I'm also on the developer side because I want to say, okay, well, let's start breaking stuff. Let's start testing and seeing what kind of solutions we could build. And here we are today, right? And we are involved in different projects and that are really exciting, that are changing the game. We're now, like I said, eventually we're going to be using blockchain and crypto. We're in DeFi without even knowing it. That's already happening. That's being developed with projects that I'm actually exposed to. So you're looking at fiat, but your investments is actually DeFi, is generating yield through the DeFi space. That's amazing. I don't have to worry about MetaMask. I don't have to worry about any of that. It's just being done, right?
Yeah,
that's what's happening.
I gotta ask you, Crypto, like you got into the developing stuff. I was having a thought the other day. I was kind of thinking, I've got a reasonable amount of spare time in a day. What if I dedicated myself to learn how to code and develop? What do you think about that? How long do you think it would take me? I'm relatively intelligent, so I can pick things up. What do you think? How long do you think it would take me to become a half decent developer?
We need an intern, don't we, bro?
Yeah. Well, let's interview. Set an interview time. No, do you have any experience coding at all? Like, no. Okay. Well, I mean, now you're going to open up a can of worms, and that's what's going to happen. And you're going to go down multiple rabbit holes because what do you want to learn? Do you want to learn Python, JavaScript? Right. Of course, everybody's and the general sense is learn JavaScript because a lot of other languages are based on JavaScript, not Java, but JavaScript. That's the basics. That alone could take you months, but just to learn the basics, well, I mean, if you're pretty quick, maybe 30 days, 60 days. But it's not about just learning the basics. It's applying. And how do you apply it? And when a problem comes, how do you solve it? Do you remember? How do you take all the functions and variables and all that? How do you then apply it? And so that's going to be the challenging part, and that ultimately takes experience and years, or working with really good people, good mentors, right, to get you in there. And then
we can talk about this.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what my specialty is. My specialty is, what really excites me about DeFi, the money. No.
Yes.
Is I like the math behind it and the tokenomics. There was even this project the other day. They came at me with they had like some project where they were trying to help drip out, and they showed me the whole thing, and I dissected the whole thing. I was like, change that, and they ended up changing the whole thing based off my suggestions because my math behind it I figured out what they were doing wrong. Boom. I didn't code it. Obviously, they know how to code. But I was like, boom, change all this, and this will make it way more bullish, way more sustainable for you. I did it. So I was like, right, if I can figure out how to be a developer, I might be onto something here.
I mean, I graduated basically the year you were born, right? Around the same time, and it was at that time it was PHP and HTML and a little bit of CSS, and CSS was a new thing. It was like, oh, this is cool. You could do shit, they make it look nice, but JavaScript was the base. It always has been the base even then. And so if there's anything, I mean, this is my opinion, but definitely, let's talk after, and I could give you some good links or place you could go to get started. Again,
cool.
It's a can of worms, bro. I mean, if you want to go that route. But my point in saying that, what I graduated, I'm not a total, I don't want to consider myself as a total nerd where I'm just coding all day. I mean, I can. It's just the reason why I learned the code was to apply it on the business end, because I'm a business person first. So I'd like to understand what to pass on to staff and the executive teams, right? And to understand the tokenomics from layman point of view down to the technology. So I have that spectrum. Even though I wouldn't consider myself a master coder, absolutely not, very far from it. But I understand what's needed, right? I understand the concept of functions and the variables and the if else statements and all that stuff. Just so that when we're talking to tech teams or devs, you could talk their language, and that may be the right path for you too. Just to get a very general view, so you understand what's needed for each project. Tokenomics, absolutely, I'm with you. Same thing. We think the same way.
Yeah.
I'd rather.
I'm becoming a developer now. It's official.
Oh, there you are. You're developer.
Do it. Yeah. I've gone the other way. I've come from code and they've just gone from code to drinking now. But I understand enough, and I'm one of these guys. Obviously, Lucky and I, we work together on many things, and I'm one of these guys that will manifest an idea, and then I have to bring in other people to help me put it together. No man's an island, and
no, absolutely,
yeah, but I understand code enough that I can sit there and I can read it. But if you ask me to sit down and code it, dude, that's no longer me.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But this 52-year-old brain can't handle that anymore, right? It's been subject to too many substances. But
you guys stay tuned. Crypto King is going to have his own language. Yeah, soon.
Yes.
Yep.
We give you a month.
Forget the current book. I'm making my own.
Beautiful. Absolutely, man. So,
yeah, man. So right now, Kings, you're really focused on the drip ecosystem. That's your main focus. Is that correct? Are there any other projects you're looking at?
Yeah, I'm in this one. There's this one project called Epic Cash, which is kind of like a privacy Bitcoin type thing. I've got a bit of a bag in there. I have a couple videos on my channel.
Nice.
I have a little bit in EMP money, but
EMP.
It's a bit at the moment.
Well, it's still gonna hold.
It's lasted a long time. They're doing a lot of good stuff, I think. So, I think that's gonna do quite well. Those are probably the big four at the moment. Yeah, that's my four.
Yeah. No, and again, projects like EMP, I got a little bit in there as well. Again, I love testing. I mean, I was testing Hourglass with Trevon and James. That'll like I was testing that, and I made money there. It's cool to get into it and see how it feels for you, if it's right for you. EMP, I agree. Everything went down. Again, timing of the launch, right? Everything was that was during the kind of like the start of the dump, right? And but EMP is still there. The team's not going anywhere. So you hear all these comments on the internet about is it a scam or it's a scam project. Ultimately, nothing's a scam project unless it's a blatant like scam where the guys just rug pull. That's a scam. So now that's why we're part of that movement. Fuck the rug. Where it's like we're saying we're giving a middle finger to all those actual scammers out there. But projects like EMP, the team, I've never met them, but I know that the code is doing its thing, right?
Yeah.
And what's it going to look like in the next bull run as well? It's also the market participation. Look at Drip. Everybody says, well, I don't know what predictions are. I don't like to give EMP returns bull run. Yeah, well,
maybe
we'll see.
We'll see.
Now, again, it's up to you if you want to get into it, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I just had to pop these up. I have to keep looking over at the messages because a couple of streams back, unfortunately, like we're so into it that I didn't even look at the messages, and I wasn't interacting. And it turns out I think my niece was messaging on the messages there, and I'm like on the comments, and I didn't even think about it. So sorry for that time. So now I'm just clicking and popping it up on screen. It's about interaction.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Kings, I want to ask you, this is just your opinion, right? I mean, we're not financial advice to anybody out there, like, of course not. I mean, just please don't listen to me. It's just it's just my opinion or our opinions. But Kings, I want to know, with Triple D, right? Every time I say Triple D, anyways, with DDD, what do you think is going to happen to the price of Drip? How much will it affect the price of Drip, in your opinion, in your personal opinion?
Well,
I know it's unfair, right?
How will it affect the price of Drip? Well, it's hard to say exactly. Obviously, we'll start this out there. Yeah. Anything I say, don't hold me to it. But
we're just talking. We're just shooting shit.
It's gonna be nice because you're gonna go there every day, and you're thinking, okay, there is a chance if I want to do a fresh deposit, if I want to buy some Drip, I can win a big prize. And what those prizes will be, it could be a max faucet, it could be less, not 100% sure. That'll depend on the price of Drip at the current time as well. But there's going to be an added incentive for people to buy Drip or even sacrifice Drip to the tax vault because they'll earn you like a 2.5x multiplier on tickets. So overall, it can only be a net positive for Drip. It's going to, another incentive for people to buy Drip, deposit Drip, send Drip to the tax vault. So overall, it's a net positive. It can only really have a positive effect on the price of Drip. How big it can be, it could end up being a really, really big thing. Like it could end up people just going crazy with it, which would obviously lead to a lot of price appreciation. We can't say for sure, but from what I can tell, it has a lot of potential.
Yeah, for sure. You didn't do any price predictions on your channel, did you?
I make so many videos. I sometimes, one day I'll say $5, another day I'll say $1. So I just make so many videos. It ends up happening, but no like official like this is what I think or anything.
Yeah.
The reality, man, if we get $1 or $2, that's beautiful, right?
Dude.
That's a dream right now, actually. Yeah,
absolutely.
Bro, and for new people who've gotten Drip this whole year, 2023, Drip hasn't been over $1 for a day this year.
Yeah.
So anyone that's been accumulating this year and building up compound interest, the Drip does go $1 and beyond, then they're in massive profit.
So, absolutely.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't have my predictions on actual price, but I always look at the fundamental supply and demand. So if people are pulling out from the faucet, I mean, they're minting new tokens. So is Triple D going to suppress that? And if so, it's still going to go lower because you're actually minting more than you're locking up, right? So until DDD actually locks up more than what's being printed, that's where you'll see a price increase. And with the big wave of whales, and I always call it waves because if you look at that chart on, was it dripnetwork.ca, when you look at those charts, you see where all the whale accounts are, and you see an influx of people coming in, and then it looks like that. So as the waves pass, the price is affected. So at this time when DDD launches, is it going to surpass the amount of tokens that are actually being minted? Because that's the only way you will get price increase. Again, I could be totally wrong, but I know that Triple D is going to play a big role in suppressing it, at least, right? Slowing it down a lot. Again, it depends on the market. Who knows? people say, okay, well, it's Forex, messing it up. And, I did, in our private conversations before, Danny, I was saying, it might be too little too late, right? Is that the case? I'm not sure. But again, who am I to say? Because the market determines what the price is going to be ultimately. And so we'll see. We'll see. And the more adoption comes in, look, how many wallets are there now? 158,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
Where did we start? Freaking 2005. Like, when did we start? And when was it? The last time I looked, 130. So that more wallets are being created to get into drip. It's still growing. Whether it's whales, max payouts or max wallets that are just creating new wallets, it's still within the system, right? And now with DDD, it's going to not just keep it within Faucet, it's going to actually create another utility where it's eating that up a little bit, locking it away. That's a beautiful thing. It's utility that will help create more movement in the market that will make the actual price, set the actual price. So,
that's about drip as well. When it comes to the minting and stuff, the key to get that tax vault filled in drip, I think it's just activity. When people are buying, selling, depositing, airdropping, that's drip that's going to the tax vault. So, DDD will definitely up the activity, and that's what you need to get that tax vault filled. Obviously, like you said, more and more drip needs to be minted per day. But if that activity stays up, I'll tell you what, the number one thing that I think is going to help drip, get ready for this, I think it's the animal farm. And I've said this a few times on video. No one ever agrees with me. But here's what I think. Animal farm, I see that being the biggest thing on the Binance Smart Chain. So call me crazy, but relatively soon.
Yeah.
And what I think is going to happen is obviously a lot of people that talk about animal farm, they talk about drip, that can help drip via that. The external revenue from the lending on PancakeSwap, that's going to be a lot of people just printing money on that. Hey, look, there's drip, drop, draw. I'm making all this money on animal farm. Boom, put that into drip. So I actually think animal farm, because it also has a bit more of a mainstream appeal, a lot of people see daily ROI dApps, it gets a bit gatekept, etc. Where yield farm, it's a bit more, I guess, mainstream. I think the success of the animal farm is actually going to have a big impact on the success of drip in the coming months and years.
And
I can't disagree.
And that's not very far-fetched, because when Animal Farm came out, I was feeling like, oh shit, this is my home after.
Yeah.
You make a bunch of money in DeFi and in drip specifically, keep it within the ecosystem. They have the drip garden and the farms. That's a great way to take your earnings and just start stacking it on Animal Farm. And that's your end result. You start taking out your BUSD with pigs, right?
Yeah.
So that's the goal, is just to that whole cycle is you start with drip and then you just go into Animal Farm and you end up in Animal Farm, and there's so many things you can do in Animal Farm. So it's just utility after utility, profits after profits, and you end up taking that BUSD at the end of the day. So that's how we presented Animal Farm before, and still now. I mean, when we talk about Animal Farm, I agree with you, man. I'm with you. We're rooting for you, Kings. With your
you guys are around for Mana Farm, right?
What's that?
Yeah,
you guys are around for Mana Farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. How good was that?
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
I remember having I brought in. You remember the Rev token went all the way up, came all the way down, and then all the way up again. When it went all the way down, I loaded up so much Rev token that I had well over. When it really went up again, I had well over $100,000 worth of that Rev token.
Wow.
Just sitting there. That was that was crazy.
Jeez.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome.
That's hardcore, dude. I didn't get that hardcore into it, but yeah, that was pretty amazing. Good for you. Good for you.
Thank you.
Totally.
Animal Farm, I'm looking at it's a similar thing right now. Pigs is the Rev token that's come all the way down.
I mean, it is a separate project, but it's the same ecosystem. You respect drip, you respect Animal Farm. You respect Animal Farm, you respect drip. It's the same ecosystem, right?
100%.
Trip to $69, dude. I wish, man.
I'm so immature.
I remember those days. Reminiscing.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. I remember. I'm thinking, oh shit, it's back down to $41. And
I remember that.
Dude, if we had $41 today, holy shit.
Yeah, you remember when we got up to like $90 odd and we went back down to like 50.
Yeah, that's it.
Before that, yeah.
Crazy. Hey, a quick question. Binance in New Zealand, because I know a bit about Binance in Australia, but how is it in New Zealand? Have they also stopped being able to use New Zealand dollar to buy in on Binance? Do you know anything about that? Because I use Binance all the time, but I use P2P over here. So I've never actually gone to Binance using my bank account, and I've never gone from Binance to my bank account, right? I've never gone that way. But obviously a lot of the guys in Australia, they have been doing it that way. And so now I'm teaching them the P2P option. But in New Zealand, are you still able to go from bank account to Binance?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Last time I brought crypto from that, it was a few months ago and it worked, but yeah, I don't know about any recent things. But there's other options. Like I use something called Easy Crypto. That's like the best like New Zealand crypto exchange to buy crypto from, but I don't know.
Okay. No worries. Yeah, it was just a thought, because I know a lot of the guys in Australia were affected by it and they hadn't been using P2P before. It was really just going in and using like PayID, OSCO, that kind of thing to go from bank account to Binance in AUD, and then from AUD transferring over to, or swapping over to whatever from there. And the other way. So it's kind of made things a little bit, well, I wouldn't say difficult, because P2P, Australia has P2P, which is beautiful. US don't have P2P. And I only found this out recently, right? Because I mentioned to Brandon and to Shannon and stuff like that. I said, oh, P2P. Then they go, well, what's that? Right? No P2P exchanges on Binance in the US, actually on anything in the US as far as I know.
No.
So,
New Zealand doesn't have P2P.
Hey?
I remember old school, there was a website, Wall of Coins, and that was just basically like a peer-to-peer system where it's like, hey, I'm trying to sell my Bitcoin or Ethereum. Here's my. That's one of the old school sites that I never actually used because I found other ways, but I've never really used a centralized exchange to do all my stuff. I've always looked for a peer-to-peer method. I mean, that's what blockchain is for, right?
Yeah.
That's what crypto was built for, was a peer-to-peer transaction. And I think the real adoption will come in where people are ultimately transacting just peer-to-peer. Even when I get paid for a job or a contract or something, they'll just pay me in crypto directly to my wallet. There's no third-party app, or there's no third-party kind of bank to trust. Right? You send it to me directly. That's where, and I see that adoption happening. We can see that adoption happening here in Asia, which is great, right? Now we hope that other countries are gonna move the same way, because that's real crypto. Then that's where people are realizing, I don't really need the banks, right?
Yeah,
especially youngins like Crypto Kings and his crew.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't keep a huge amount of capital in the banks at all. Just
right? There's no need to anymore.
No.
Yeah.
There's no need to anymore. Right?
I don't either.
Yes.
By the way, change of subject for anyone in the chat. I just got my hair cut, so I don't know if anyone can see, but you can rate it. Let me know what you think. It's been months. I'm not very good with my haircuts. I need to do it regularly, but I end up, I'm here, I'm making my videos all day, I'm at home. I just never get out to do a haircut, but I finally did it. So, if anyone in the chat wants to comment, how am I looking?
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Actually, talking about haircuts, I had a young guy also in Australia, like in Brisbane, messaged me out of the blue one day on Facebook. And shout out to you, Brody, if you're out there. And it so happens he found me on Facebook because he was getting a haircut and his hairdresser said, there's this dude on Facebook called Alaktrician Man. Follow him up and he can help you with some passive income. Right. And so I got this message from this young kid. He was like 19 or something like that in Brisbane. And he messaged me and he goes, oh, can you help me earn passive income? I said, yeah, sure. And we just started talking about it. And he goes, okay, what's it going to cost me? What do I have to pay you? And I'm going, dude, you don't have to pay me shit. right? I'm just helping you out. I'm just sharing the blessings. And yeah, this young kid ended up, getting into drip and stuff. And he came in when the price was a little bit higher than what it is now, but he understands now that you just got to compound out of that. You're just going to make money. Obviously his first like wetting of his feet dip into DeFi. So there's a few concerns in the beginning, but now he's like back on track. Hairdressers, man. Hairdressers love to talk about your crypto while you're getting your hair cut, and you just never know.
People are starting to vote on your cut right now.
So. Do they like it?
If I was gay, it's a solid yes.
There you go. There's your votes.
Get that bald fade.
This is cool. I mean, I put fresh capital into crypto for over 2 years now. Yeah, and good for you. Congrats, dude. You're doing the right thing. At the same time, now that everything is down, it is good to get in. It is a good time to put fresh capital in, right? I mean, we're all spoiled. Again, I talk to Danny all the time. I gained so much weight and just chilling, just relaxing, enjoying the passive divs, right? But I mean, now when during this time, knowing that everything is down and has dropped so much, it's such a beautiful time. Where and we know what's happening. Look at the Bitcoin ETFs they're talking about, right? That's going to open up a whole new friggin' that's going to be amazing. Everything that's happening within the space in Ethereum, the different chains, Matic, what's going on there with their ZK EVM and Cosmos is blowing up. Even in nodes, doing nodes as validator nodes and delegator nodes on Cosmos. Look into that. That's pretty amazing stuff. You're getting 50-70% returns. There's a lot of movement outside of BSC right now, right? So we want to be exposed to that, and yes, start putting in more fresh capital, because now's the time, right? You buy low, sell high. So now it's really low. So again, not financial advice, but
a lot of people made so much money from just like drip and stuff.
We're spoiled, man, right?
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
I started my DeFi journey on $40, man.
That's it.
Now I'm retired.
That's it.
Damn.
$40, dude.
December 9, 2020 was my first dip into DeFi, man, and I spent $40, and that was like coming through the pandemic and shit, and being over here, man. There's zero assistance, and I scraped together $40. That's literally what I did, and we ate eggs for a week, bro. We literally ate eggs for a week just for me to scrape that together, and that's how tough it was. And now, dude, I can live anywhere in the world.
Well,
it's just.
That's what I'm saying, because that's what DeFi is. Crypto's opened up those possibilities, and it's never been seen before. You can't see this type of wealth generation in any other markets with that small amount of money, right? To be able to retire off that shit, yeah. So that's what gets me excited. I saw a question. They're asking you to talk about V3.
Oh, here's this dude. All right, dude. Can you see it?
Which one is it? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, there he is. Not that one, but I'm not even going to give you.
That's good. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching, brother. Not you.
Yeah.
I see that Dripology on the screen there. That guy.
Yeah.
You probably haven't seen him before, but he is almost a replica of you. He's Australian. You'll have to check him out, but he's got his own YouTube channel now. He's very similar to you.
Sweet.
He's almost like your long lost twin brother.
Awesome, man. Hey, welcome. You can jump on the stream anytime if you want, bro.
Yeah. I see that other guy talking about the shill. I mean, it's good. I mean, that's good you're watching, because you gotta. For some people, calling programs a scam, I mean, obviously you don't know the code aspect of it, but it's stood its test of time. However, again, like I said in the beginning of the stream, it's a game that you play. You play it the way you want to play it. DeFi is a solo sport, so it's not something where you're playing by yourself and start crying. right? You definitely don't want to cry about your losses or getting in at the wrong time, right? Dude, I was doing BNB miners. You know what I'm saying? And I understand the risks. Now, is that a stupid risk? Is that DeFi risk? Hey, bring Brandon on. Bring that guy on. It's good. No. But here's the thing. It's good to get two sides. Again, I'm a DeFi investor ever since, right? And I've been in the game for many years, so that doesn't faze me. Nothing fazes me like that. If you're trying to use the algorithm or whatever, that's fine with you, and that's great. But it's good to get two sides of the story. You have to understand why someone is saying, hey, this is not a good project, right? Drip sucks, or Drip's a scam, or Ark's a scam, or whatever. I mean, using the word scam, we know it's algorithms, right? Google algorithm, right? It's like being a Google algorithm.
I remember doing one YouTube video. It was like Drip Network is a scam or something. But then in the video I said it wasn't a scam, but I got like 5,000, 6,000 views.
But it's also good. I mean, I invite that gentleman to come on, or let's discuss it, because you need that. You need to understand what he's thinking, what other people are thinking, because again, if you're looking at price, that's surface level, right? Yeah. And most of if you look at the chats, it's all about price. Oh, where's the price? Where's the price? We just talked about fundamentals of a project that we understand. Again, if you're in on Drip, dude, you're a newbie, right? I'll just say it right now. If you got into Flow, you're still a newbie, right? And Drip is an improvement on Flow. I'm coming from a developer side where I'm like looking at code and experimenting with code. This is all experimental, bro, right? Yeah. It's not like, and if people are able to make money from it, then great. So help people make money from it, knowing the risks. It's a fucking gamble, dude. That's the bottom line. In anything you do, it's a gamble. Whether you start your own business, whether you invest in a computer to mine Ethereum, right? That's a risk on its own, right? You may have gotten in when right before Ethereum dropped. Is Ethereum a fucking scam? Come on, man, get the fuck out of here, dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I want to know, like, seriously, I'm sincerely reaching out as an invitation to come on, either on stream, not to debate or argue. Come on, dude, we're all adults. We're not measuring dick sizes here. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, let's have fun let's just have fun in this fucking space. But don't just come on and say you guys are scammers and shit like that, because that's not right, bro. Right?
I've had quite a few people make videos about me, and their whole video is kind of like, Crypto Kingz, he's a scammer. But most of the time, the guy's like, in their 50s, and they're broke. And
dude. I mean, again,
it's like, what are you doing with your life?
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna put it up. Can I put up one of his comments?
Yeah, bro. Just do it.
Brandon, no shit, dude. I got into Bitcoin in 2010, bro. You know what I mean? No shit. Bitcoin has got better gains. Has it really? For you, it may have. For me, it may have. Coming in at those prices at 2010. I don't know when you got it, but of course it has. Now, has Drip retired many people? We're still retired off that shit, man. Look at this. Now, does it make it a scam? Look deeper. Don't think surface level, bro. And come on, let's talk about it in a gentleman way, instead of saying you guys are scammers, it's a shill, or you guys are just shilling bullshit. Dude, I saw your channel too, brother. And some of those projects, I don't know if you were just shilling at that time too. Where are they now? Same thing. It's all a risk. We're here to educate and actually be educated. So please come on and perhaps educate us, because that's what we're all about. We're following a movement called Fuck the Rug, to say fuck you to all the actual scammers out there. Now, I don't know Forex's face. I never seen his actual face. We've talked to him, we interviewed him, right? Which is great. But do I trust that motherfucker? I don't know him, man. Yeah. But do I understand the code from a developer side? I actually do, right? I can say that. I don't know what your position is on the code, Brandon, but I could tell you what I know from the code. You could tell me what you know from your experience, or maybe tokenomics. I don't know, right? And let's talk about it, because what we're trying to build, what I want to build, what we hope we could build, is a community of like-minded individuals on all angles. because you always need that guy who's saying, yes, it's good. But then you got a devil's advocate like Brandon saying, no, take a look at this. You haven't looked at that. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be fucking amazing. If
this
we were
is the whole thing we're trying to build, like with the Fuck the Rug movement, right? Fuck the Rug movement, FTR movement is something we're involved with. And this is where, okay, for you to come on and say, oh, we're this with scammers or whatever. No, actually, there's certain criteria that we're putting into place that we can actually determine. This is community based, right? The community can look at it. We invite people to come and look at these things, right? It's not just about, hey, all drip or hey, all ARK or all this and that. It's about, hey, if you really have something to say
bottom
about
line.
it,
yeah, bottom line, bro.
Sure you've got something behind you.
You talk about $40 getting in 2020. I was in DeFi before. I was the guinea pig. I was saying, bro, Danny, check this out. There's a program that's actually making me money. What program was that? That was Flow.
That was Flow.
Right? Look at Flow now. What the fuck is it? A fraction of a cent, right? But did I scam you?
Absolutely not.
You're retired off that shit, brother.
Yeah, man.
So same thing.
I'm retired, bro.
Right? It's cool that we're using the algorithm. I'm saying your name, Brandon, right? Talking about, but we went from Flow to Drip, which we retired people. We actually help people make thousands of dollars a day. Now, does that mean Drip is a scam? Maybe it was good timing for them. Just like if you were to do other like other stock plays, that's cool.
Hey, let's keep it simple.
IPO
Lotto.
Yeah.
Lotto. How many millions of people play Lotto?
Yeah.
Does everybody win? No. Is it a scam? No. Right.
Brandon, I'll tell you this right now. If it's not listening, it's on pause. So let me do this. Let me invite you on. I give an open invitation to you. If you don't come on, you're just a fucking troll. Get the fuck out of here, man. Right? You don't know your shit. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know shit. If you're just gonna say, if you're gonna be negative, that's not what we want here anyway, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's all good. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for the view.
On that note, I'm gonna play this. Just a sec. There you go.
It's all that. Yeah, there you go.
I've got my FUD blockers activated.
Damn right. There you go. Shit, it's on now. It's on now.
It wants to come on. I'm ready.
Yeah, no, and because we're not here to sell you on shit anyway. We're just sharing what's worked for us, what could work for you. Again, my play is different from your play. Everybody out there needs to make their own decision. This is DeFi, man. This is crypto. You are your own bank. You're fully responsible for every single move and mouse click you make, right? And all we're here to do is show you some really good possibilities. And I'm humbly proud to say we've changed people's lives, man. And even at these prices, it doesn't mean anything, right? Yep. It's still opening them up to this world of DeFi. Again, I'm coming from the developer side. I'm also coming from the regulator side. Regulation is important, right? You need that shit. But there's so much action going on. There's no point in choosing sides. If it doesn't work for you, then don't play, man. Right? You could sit in a corner and cry, like, no one's picking me. No one's picking me. Well, it's your fault, man. You're not practicing, bro.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So there we go. I was half expecting that he'd come on. Within the chat. No, just within the comments.
I hope he actually comes on, because this is hey, Brandon, if you're still there, this is not a good way to make friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, just come on and give your opinion. Like, we're all here for the same purpose, to make money and to avoid being scammed. That's it.
Yeah.
Fuck the rug, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kings, what do you think of that, man? Fuck the rug.
Well, tell me more about it. What do I need to know? I agree with the message.
Well, that's really, I mean, the message is the number one thing, right? That's it. I mean, there's obviously other things that are coming. There's roadmaps and stuff, but the message is about the community standing up and working with each other as a community to look at specific projects or, you know, things that are coming up in the news, looking at it, analyzing it as a community. And obviously there's certain guidelines. There's not going to be a place where people can just go, oh, well, this thing's fucked or that thing's fucked or this is a scam. It's not about that. It's about everyone just actually coming together as adults and going, hey, let's look at this. Does it meet this certain criteria? If it doesn't, you know, why? And then if there's any projects that actually fit into that category where, okay, the community sentiment is not really there, we have a platform for the devs and the, you know, the people, the heads of those protocols to be able to come in and validate, you know, what their mission is and what their integrity is and what their intentions are. So I think it's going to be awesome in regards to, again, it's a community movement, man. This is not, you know, we're just involved in it. This is not about us calling people out personally. This is about just putting things out there and going, hey, community.
Well, what's your take? Yeah, that's correct. Because
I think that's good. Is that something you got ready now? Is it something that's about to get going? Is that
there's a group of us. We're actually joining the movement, and we believe in the movement, the mission, because it's like this. What we just discussed. And sorry for my rant, right? I just I hope I wasn't getting too emotional there, but ultimately I mean what I say. So it's like because I've been in the space long enough, I'm not better than anybody else. Absolutely not. And I understand my strengths and I understand my weaknesses. And every individual has their strengths and weaknesses as well. But if you all come together in this one community where if there's a new project that comes out, right? Say, for example, we choose ARK, right? And I don't know much about ARK, but it's looking interesting. But we're scared that it might be a rug pull or a scam. Now, if guys that are devs come in and say, I'm looking at the code, there's no hole for exploits, it's solid, right? And then another guy goes, well, I don't care about the code. I don't know too much about code, but I'm just looking at the team. Who's the team? Are they doxxed? Are they do I know them? Are they known scammers, right? I mean, who's fucking SBF? He's doxxed fully. You trust that fucker, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna trust a centralized entity. So being doxxed isn't an answer for a project not being a scam. We all know that. Hence FTX, Terra Luna. Well, Terra Luna is a different story, but you understand what I'm saying? But maybe they're more on the probity side, background checking on certain people. That's great. Alak-Azul, bro.
Alak-Azul.
But if and then one person may say, okay, well, I'm looking at it from a tokenomics side, right? And I'll give my input. And then a community as a whole will then decide, hey, is this good or not? And it could be done through votes or, and the community decides whether it's a scam or not, right? And or if it's good and it's safe, or the safe level, the safety level, security level. It's not something where you should listen to one YouTuber and say, you should follow this or get into that. Well, that's financial advice then, right? We're not giving financial advice. We're just sharing. We're ultimately sharing. And if you want to get in, that's your adult decision to get in. But understand it's a risky game. It's a risky world.
I think that'll be good for especially new people, because obviously you guys have a lot of experience. You've seen what's, certain signs that something's a rug, etc. Where someone brand new, they don't have all that experience to fall back on. To have a community like that would definitely be, I think, super helpful for new people.
It's educating, right? It's sharing knowledge, sharing the blessings, and giving people something to go, hey, all right, here's a little bit of a red flag. Okay, now I'm going to investigate it with the help of the community, and to see whether it stays as a red flag or it becomes a white one. You know what I mean? That's really what it's about. That's what this whole movement is about. FDR movement, fuck the rug movement. It's like standing up and saying, I don't want to get fucking scammed anymore, guys. I don't want to get scammed anymore. I want to, like, literally get into this crypto space because the crypto space is the future, and I want the smoothest path into it.
Yeah.
As with everything I do, man, I invest comfortably, right? It's just my thing, and I think that there's a lot of other people out there that want to do the same thing. How do you invest comfortably? Well, one, you got to look at what everybody else is doing and how other people are being affected by certain projects. And if I can have a bit more knowledge before I enter into this thing, fucking beautiful.
Yeah,
you know, it's beautiful. That's what the whole movement's about. And regardless of what else comes with it, just the movement itself is going to be powerful.
Again, it is very important that we have people like that in there as well, right? Not trolls. If he's just being a troll, then he's just a troll. But if he has valid and solid points, please bring it in there, because that's what it's all. Because his opinion may save somebody. You know, maybe ours could save somebody, but maybe that's not enough. You need his opinion as well, or people like him, his brain or his mentality, the way he thinks.
Yeah,
everybody thinks different, and everybody's at different educational levels. Everybody's at different experience levels.
Yeah.
So all coming together, dude, we're just one big, huge army, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what the movement's all about, pretty much. That's how we see it. Right?
Yeah. The from what I know, the Telegram will be up within this week. The YouTube channel as well. The website will be up very soon. So it's going to be a place for people to go. We've got merch that's coming out as well. Well, they've got merch that's coming out, right?
we say they. It's just because it's not
part of the movement, right?
Centralized thing. It's a community that's building.
Yeah,
people. I believe there's a DAO that's
coming out too. So a DAO that's being created for that. Which I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are wanting to get involved in that.
Yeah, man.
So, hey, just in regards to that, Kings, your merch, you're big on merch. I know that. How's that been working for you? How's that been, like, all the drip merch that you have? And
well, yeah, a lot of people are interested. But problem is, I don't make any money off it. I just one guy sent me a bunch of merch one time, and so I wear it all the time, and I just send the link to his website. So he's making a killing off it. I got the free merch. So in the future, I'm going to have to work something out where I tried to get my own merch once, but then once I got it, it wasn't quite the way I wanted. So at some point in the future, I'm going to have to try again. You know, when we're really popping off, we're going to get the merch going, and it's going to be a big deal. So that's a plan for the future. Really I know my logos and some different stuff I'm going to put on.
Sweet. Well, maybe we can talk about that too. We've got lots.
I have a few catchphrases that I plan on putting in. I have this new catchphase: "Diamond hands makes diamond wrists." What time is it?
Oh yeah, man. Sweet.
That's right.
A few other catchphrases I'm working on, and stick it on a shirt and sell it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So and it works, man. Just keep putting it out there, putting it out there. Look, I mean, again, my ALAKAZUL is 8 to 12 months away. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's here, and people know it. I mean, if I say to everyone in the chat, "Hey, ALAKAZUL," they know, right? They know. Yeah. I get into.
If I went in the street and said ALAKAZUL to someone,
oh man, dude, I had someone deliver to my house here. Like, we ordered some food and shit, and the guy turns up to the gate. This is going back over a year ago now, and I open the gate, and he goes, "Oh, AlakAzul!" This is the delivery guy.
Damn.
It was crazy. It was AlakAzul. I'm like, fucking cool, man. It's getting out there, right? So, it's just that little bit of exposure now already on my side of things. When I do launch AlakAzul, there's already a lot of people waiting, right? There's a lot of people waiting out there. So, it's going to be awesome. Freaking excited about it. Absolutely excited about it.
I thought you were reaching for another drink there.
Well, you know what? Let's do it.
There we go. I knew it was coming.
It's
was it number 4? 11. Number 5?
Yeah, maybe something like that.
I saw a message about they're asking you Kings to explain V3. Maybe we can go back real quick. Well, there's a lot of messages while I was ranting. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, I think I saw it as well, but I didn't get the whole thing. So just to explain what V3 was, or
I'm trying to find it.
Where did I? Yeah, I saw that. Hang on.
There's a few of them. Everyone knows if you want to learn about Animal Farm, you come to Crypto King.
That's right. Find out. Crypto King is the official Animal Farm channel, so you guys make sure to stay tuned.
I'm locking in as well. When Forex releases Animal Farm V3, I'm getting the AMA to release it underway. So
do it.
I'm making sure that's a thing.
I can't find it.
Where is that?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now.
I'm looking. Here we go.
Found it.
Tell the viewers about this V3 migration, bullish Animal Farm.
So, tell the viewers about this V3 migration, bullish Animal Farm. Well, the thing about Animal Farm is it's all about how much TVL is on there and what's happened on the back end to earn yield. So right now, obviously with version 2 and what they got on PancakeSwap, it's not earning a whole lot of yield. The APRs aren't insanely high, and obviously we're in a bear market. So all those factors together has kind of created a low dogs and pigs price that we're seeing now, and not a huge amount of dividends being paid out. But with version 3, the integrated PancakeSwap's version 3, and Forex has some system. He's explained it in depth. I can't explain it perfectly, but what he's going to be doing is going to allow for a massively more amount of yield to be created. Also allow you to earn compound interest in the LP farms for Animal Farm and the tokens you're staking. So like I said before, if you had like BNB ETH as an LP pair, you can earn continuously more of those tokens along with the AFD you earn. So overall, because of the higher APRs and the more value that it's going to have, a lot more capital is going to be coming into the farm. There's going to be a lot more money being generated for the pig pen. And overall, the tokens are going to come a lot more valuable. The yield earned is going to be a lot higher. And it's going to be a beautiful cycle for Animal Farm. So that's kind of the thing. You can expect a lot more money coming into Animal Farm with version 3. So that's why it's bullish.
Beautiful.
Thank you for the question.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
No, that is exciting. I mean, what I love about Animal Farm is it's a steady kind of solid type of farm protocol, right? And where you are looking long term. It's not a 1% a day type of deal. It's not a high risk, high reward type of deal, but it is where you ultimately end up in your journey. So I agree. That's really exciting. V3s, look out for. So
it's pretty much done as well. They're just waiting for to release Drip Drop Draw first, and then Forex has a big marketing budget. He's talking about all the influence he's got, etc. So it's as soon as DDD's out, it's Animal Farm's gonna.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of DDD, is that going to be like both the faucet and reservoir at the same?
Apparently, they have some ideas to do a reservoir version, is what I've heard. But that'll be quite a few months down the line, I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go. Awesome. Hey guys, anyone out there in the chat, if you've got any questions, any more questions, please fire away. We've been on for an hour and 45 minutes, man. I didn't even realize we've been having so much fun. But when we do end up going off the stream, Kings, I want you to stay on after we go off the stream. Lucky and I are going to just talk about a couple of things with you. All right. And everyone out there is going, oh, what are they talking about?
Off camera.
Yeah, man. Hey, we got the Illuminati shit happening, right?
Yeah.
But that'd be awesome. But anyone and any of the guys out there, I'm just wondering, I'm guessing most people out here are in drip. Let me just see if I can be a little bit. What am I going to do? I just wonder whether I'm going to airdrop some drip to somebody. Maybe.
Do it.
I don't know. Even if it's like 50 drip, is that cool? That'll be all right.
Sure. Everything else.
Let me just mess around with my thing over here. You guys talk there for a minute. I'm just going to claim some stuff.
While he's setting it up, this is a good question by Big Los. How does
DK vet new projects?
How do you personally vet new projects?
Well, big thing for me, firstly, it's the developer. If I know the developer, like I've been with him, or someone else has showed me his track record and he's had a level of success, then immediately I'm in. I have some people I know, some people that got me into crypto that I know in real life. They have a lot more experience than me. Like they've been in, like you since 2013, etc., experimenting and everything, and DeFi since pretty much it was first around. So they have a lot of experience. So often I'll talk to them and also see what they're getting into. So it's not really just me looking at it. It's more me asking other people that have a lot more experience. Obviously, I don't know the code and stuff, but a lot of the stuff I talk about is me just asking people that I know that have a lot of experience and have had a lot of success and getting the all clear from them. So that's kind of me. Community. It's not all just saying it.
Again, it's the community. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. You get help from the community. Good answer. Yeah. Well, this guy says, Facebook user says, whatever you do, I'm in. So
that's our boy Felix, bro.
Is it?
That's our boy Felix.
Hey,
Canada represent.
Cool. Hey, another guy whose life was changed by drip. Yeah. And when you get a haircut, things get more bullish. So just keep those haircuts going.
Yeah, DDD will be out tomorrow now.
Yeah.
All right. Now let me I'm still working away here, guys. Just bear with me.
Mentors. Yeah.
Often we kind of like in my area, we have crypto meetups quite a lot where there's a few of us and we'll go out for dinner and drinks like every couple of weeks or so and just talk about all the projects that are going on and what we're in and stuff. And I've been doing that for a good over 2 years now. So that's been really helpful just to learn from others and stuff like that. So
that's great.
Learning from mentors.
And that's why we have Blocks Media too. Because Blocks, we found that I've been involved in many conventions and all the big wigs come here, right? There's many, we go to Japan, Korea, like it's all over Asia. Asia's moving fast when it comes to blockchain crypto. But I noticed everybody's talking to each other. But these are all the hardcore, like, developers and stuff. And everybody, every visitor or guest, they're kind of clueless. It's cool to see what's up and coming, but do I fully understand it, on a deeper level? And so basically Blocks, what we say, our motto is we're bridging the gap between technology and everyday users. And everyday users is what you're talking about with your group of friends that you talk about. We need more of that. And if one group joins forces with another group, we get even stronger, right? And I think those are important. So, after your dinners, maybe do a live with us and then, report back to us and then we'll report back to you. And
I'll tell you what, the numbers have gone down a bit in the bear market. Where we used to have like 15 odd people at the peak of the bull. Everyone was coming in, and now there's kind of maybe 4 of us that are still hanging around. So the bear market took out a lot of people, but next bull market there'll be people flooding back in.
Yeah, that's right. Follow OGs. Yes, OGs. I don't know if we consider OGs. I was there. I know enough to call other people's bullshit. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
that's not
pretty much.
I know enough to know if someone's just a newbie and basing their projects and involvement on price levels or shilling or fudding either side. I understand that it's only at a certain level, but there's a lot more to it that's going on. And I enjoy this space because, again, everything is experimental and the projects now are not going to be the projects. You remember, if you look at the top 10 of 2017 of tokens and shit like that, you have EOS, you have like all these other coins that were there that are no longer in existence, right? There's no movement going on. That's what I love because it's moving so fast. So would I consider myself an OG? In a way, I don't like to say I'm OG and be like Snoop Dogg or fucking Ice-T. but I'm saying like you're always learning. So once you stop learning, then you start dying, right? And so anybody that says they're an expert, don't follow them, right? Because they're bullshit. Things are moving so fast in this space, you can never be an expert at one thing, right? And that's coming from a developer side, right? It's moving way too fast. Yeah. But it's a very exciting space right now, right? But do follow the guys who have the experience and have been burned, right? Making tens of $1,000s a day, losing tens of $1,000s a day. you could probably learn something from them, right?
Yep, for sure.
Me being one of them, I mean, I've experienced both sides, so it's just, would your drink inspire?
Actually, you know what? No, but it just seemed to fit in. I've been doing this since 2018, so this was well before drip. Okay, but there are a couple of things I want to show you. See this blue guitar at the back?
Oh, here you go. It's gonna start playing.
Thanks to drip, I actually bought this. But check this logo.
That's the actual logo of the guitar.
Yeah, man. Isn't that crazy?
It was meant for
that is crazy.
And this thing is just amazing, man. Carbon fiber. It's got touch screen. It's got built-in drums, built-in effects. You can play it without plugging it in. It's just freaking awesome. And this, again, thanks courtesy to drip. And it was just so convenient that was on there. But yeah, so no, it was not an inspiration. No, like drip was not an inspiration for that. But long term, I see it as a possible way that we can actually collaborate with drip for something in the future, right?
Yeah.
ALAKAZUL drip collaboration.
ALAKAZUL. It could mean that some of the NFTs that come with my ecosystem, you could probably use drip to buy it. Maybe. And I'm going to drink to that one. ALAKAZUL.
What I like, and going back to what you said, Kings, about Animal Farm being a big player. Again, I consider Animal Farm and drip in one ecosystem, and it's perfect because if you try to build a ROI program or DApp, right, where it's only within the utility is within itself, we understand it's all Ponzonomics or Pumpamentals and all that stuff. It only goes to a certain point. It's a market coming in, a market going out, and it will come in waves. But once you have Animal Farm attached to it, then there's real ass utility there. Right?
Yeah.
And so now what happens to drip, it becomes a lot more solid because it's tied at the hip. You cannot separate. They're both together now. Now imagine the same concept if Alak-Azul were to do something with drip, is creating other utility. Does that make drip a scam? Come on, man. Other utility needs to be created in order for a project to be sustainable. My question for every project is, if I'm the only person investing and getting into this project, will it still work? And the answer for drip is actually yes.
Yeah.
If I'm the only person coming in and no one else, it will still work. What will the price be? That's a different story, right? So it's a matter of people coming in, people going out. It's not a Ponzi scheme where you're making money off of other people's money. It doesn't work that way. The code doesn't know. The code is not programmed that way, right? But I agree with you. Yeah, Alak-Azul, tie in with drip, lock that drip up, man.
Man, that'd be beautiful, right?
Love it. Yeah.
Again, when I had Forex on the stream, we kind of touched on that. This is quite a while ago, right?
I was there. I was watching.
You're watching. Yeah. There you go. See, but the idea has never stopped. Okay, and yes, I've been riding off into the sunset, as you know. I took a break for over a year. Now I'm back, and we still got people on here watching. So that's still something that's there in my mind, and it's still a possibility. Whether that's Forex approved or not, it doesn't matter. And he actually even said, you can build whatever you want to build.
Yes. It's an open community.
And I could easily integrate that into the Alak-Azul ecosystem. Yeah, whether it's endorsed or not, I don't care. But what it's doing, it's actually adding another use case and another utility.
Yeah.
Right. And I just see it as a beautiful thing, man. Collaborate, don't compete.
Yes, correct. And I'll touch on this too. We built in the beginning. We built we call it a drip account manager. So I never used the actual UI, right? I haven't looked at the UI, and I was saying, like, even the new UI I don't use because I'm using my actual system that I created where I'm managing all my accounts on one page. And there's actual bots we created to then automatically compound and claim. So if you want to do 2 compound, 1 claim, or 5 compound, 1 claim, you could determine that based on thresholds. So if it hits 1%, then it will just automatically compound. So you set it.
A lot of people talk about an auto compounder and how helpful that would be. You already
it's auto. So I built. Now the risk is, again, it's on my private kind of a little computer that doesn't touch anything else. So because it's a security issue, right? Because you got to put, in order to make a transaction, you need your public and private keys. So it's not something that I was really wanting to put out there because people may exploit it, right? Especially if it's like open source. But it's a valuable tool that I've used for past year or over a year now that I don't even touch the UI, right? But I would love to share that with people, but it's just, I mean, it is technical and it's not for everybody. Absolutely not. Yeah. But the point was building.
Like Kings, we can do that.
With King, no, you could just
take the dude. I mean, like I'm managing 30 accounts.
Yeah, man.
Right? I got 30 drip accounts.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just like, dude, you know how long that takes to do that every single day? You've got like,
yeah, man.
Yep.
Hey, but in saying that, I don't have 30 accounts going down like this. I'm sideways. Okay. I build out sideways. I don't build down. I don't care whether I've got people underneath me or whatever. This has never been about that. Okay. Yes, I do have a big team, right? But it's never been about that. It's like my team. Okay, I have a team, but we talk about building out sideways and not going down.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a lot of people can't grasp that. Like, why would you, Danny? Well, man, I'm making enough anyway. I don't give a shit about all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Right. I don't need you to come onto my team. Me personally, I don't need you to come on my team for me to be successful. I'm successful regardless. Yeah. If you want to jump on my team, awesome. If not, that's all good too. Go and jump on Crypto Kings. Go and jump on Brandon's team. Go and jump on like Ray's or whatever. That's beautiful. And I'll still help you whether you're on my team or not. That's like our Christmas giveaway. We did that Christmas giveaway. And that was just out to freaking random people, man. I didn't give a shit.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was fun. Yeah. That was really fun, man. And we did that at the peak of drip. Yeah. So you can imagine how many thousands of dollars we were just giving out to people.
Just a few drips, yeah.
Yeah, man. Thousands. In which, Richard
Hart. Richard Hart, absolutely. Listen to that guy. Right? He knows what he's doing, right? You may not like his attitude, but he knows what he's doing, right? Crypto Lucky, what's hydrate claim? It depends on which account. Again, what Danny was just talking about, he's building sideways. And I always look at it from, this is my personal opinion again, right? My personal strategy. I always look at it from an individual investor without looking at any teams. Danny knows this. I never look at teams building teams. I'm always looking at myself. Okay, what can I put in? My first goal was to make one account give me the first $100 a day. So at 1% a day, I'm looking at $10,000 worth of drip into one account. Great. That's what I initially started with. Once I hit that, I started creating another one and another one. My claim and hydrate strategy was always different. In the beginning, you want to hydrate. That's cool. But as we all learned, you got to ROI. You got to take profits.
Take profits, man.
I was always, everything I was spitting out of my mouth was take profits. XRP, take your friggin' profits. Dude, it passed $1, take friggin' profits. Get your money back. But there were other people that were saying, well, no, okay, you be rich now and we'll be rich later. Okay, look at your account today, right? If you didn't properly do a solid strategy where you are ROIing at the same time. So in the beginning, if you want to do 3 rolls and 1 claim, good. Just make sure there's a claim every at least once a week. Come on, man. Like you gotta enjoy you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, as we all learned, right? It's at 27 cents. It could go up to $27. We don't know. And I was claiming when it hit the bottom. I'm still claiming now. I claimed at 22, right? But it's not hurting the system because everybody's playing their own game. It's not charity here, guys, right? And this is something that everybody needs to understand. We're not a charity. This is not charity. But you want to help the system, but you also want to help yourself because you're in this game yourself. You want to keep it long term. So again, it's what the market does. And my strategy may be totally different from one big whale holding a bunch of drip, waiting for the price to hit 40 cents. Bam, he's gonna dump it all. And so like I don't hold any drip. I just take what the market gives me, just like every other trader out there, right? If the market today is this much, okay, that's all I get, right?
Yep.
I'll eat a steak one day, and I'll eat like
a can of tuna the next.
Yeah, or a mayonnaise sandwich the next day.
I mean, I remember that, man. Back in the early days when I was still part of the drip main Telegram, which I just no longer in it. Okay, I just choose not to. But when I was in that, and I was talking about, yes, everyone knew that Danny was retired and blah blah blah, and I had all these experiences where, I've had some medical issues with myself, my family. I had fucking COVID and all that shit, but I was able to survive through that because of my income from drip. And I was saying, guys, take profit along the way.
Yes.
And then I had some people commenting, oh yeah, you retire today, but we're going to retire in the future. Well, that's fantastic too, but you don't know what that price is going to be. If you didn't take profits when you were at $200 or $150 or $50, well, that's up to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't stress or worry about the price of drip. I really don't. You know why? Because it's all just play money to me now.
It's the same money.
Right?
It's exactly the same.
Have I lost any money?
Yeah.
Zero zip. I have not lost a single cent.
No.
Right? Everything now is all just play money. And I can live anywhere in the world with my income from my DeFi projects. And that's all fucking fantastic. Right? I'm not saying, hey, I'm a millionaire.
Not bragging in that way. It's just more like
not. But hey, look, I saw something on Facebook a while ago, and it was about, okay, the old status was about having the big car and the big house. Yeah. That's the old status symbol of being successful. Today, it's no longer that. Today, it's about freedom. Right.
Yeah.
Every day I can take my kids to school. I pick them up from school. I hang out with them. We go on, we spend time here and there. And, when my kids have a birthday, we can go and like rent like an Airbnb with the pool and all of that shit. Right. That's freedom, man.
Yeah.
That is freedom. I don't have to buy the flash car. I don't have to drive the flash car. My house, I already own it. I don't pay mortgage. I don't pay rent. Right. So this is what financial freedom's about.
Although Kings would look good in Lambo.
Eh?
Kings would look good in Lambo.
So if I'm really rich, here's the thing. I don't even want to be driving. I'll just hire someone else to drive me wherever I need to go.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a status symbol as well, right? That's a status symbol. But at the end of the day, you can't who gives a shit, man? What's beautiful in my life is this. When my electricity bill comes in, no matter how fucking big it is, I don't have to go, oh, fuck, how am I going to put the money together to pay the electricity bill? Oh, how am I going to feed my family today? Oh, how am I going to pay for my kids' education? My kids are in the best school, right? My daughter wants to go to NIDA in Sydney, right? National Institute of Dramatic Arts in Sydney. Do you know how much that shit costs? Do you know how much fuck I give about that? Zero. You know why? Because she has her own accounts that will pay for all of that shit.
You have the ability to. You have the ability.
Yeah. That is what this is about.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's what this is about.
Whatever.
I know I drifted off it, man.
Yeah, correct. Whatever the price of drip is, again, it's still the same code. It's still going to spit out that 1%. So whether it's the bottom, whether it's the top, we don't know. It could go down 2 cents. I don't know. Knock on wood. I mean, I don't want to say that, but it will still work the same. So your entry points need to be there for your strategy. Again, DCA. This is the importance of DCA. It's not a one-time. You stick it in one time. Let's see how it goes. Let's be a millionaire. It doesn't work that way. You also you always have to be DCAing into your portfolio. I still do. Yeah. Right. And because I want to feel good getting in at 22 cents. I want to have that feeling of, hey, I bought at 22 cents. And if it goes up to $20, I'll be like, yeah, I bought at 22 cents. Remember that? Right.
Yeah.
So and the strategies, the code is still the same. The strategy is still the same. Just build at your different price points. That's it. Yep. You may ROI longer if you got in at a higher price, you may ROI quicker. If you get in at 22 cents, 27 cents now, and you got in before at $10 or $20, your seeds that you're planting now will offset and speed up the ROI on the other accounts. That's it.
Right? Absolutely, bro. We talked about this. Okay, so let's say someone has one account, and they came in at $150.
Yeah.
Okay, and so they're still struggling to reach their ROI right now. Hey, create another account, buy in at 27 cents, build from that. The profit you're going to make from that account will certainly offset the other account that you spent $150 per drip on. Okay.
Correct.
Create another account and you just offset it. I mean,
get that number out of your mouth. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Jamal. Yeah. No. I was like
talking about numbers. Talking about numbers. I'm gonna put this up on the screen there. We've got like 18 people on there. 18 people. I'm gonna give away 80 drip right now. I'm going to give away 80 drip. I'm just going to airdrop it to somebody. So you're going to have to get onto the stream and you're going to have to type in, let me just share my screen. Share screen. Where the fuck is it? Okay. This one here. Fire away. Hashtag Alak-Azul. Hashtag Alak-Azul. Do that and I'm going to give you 80 drip. Okay, I know it's
80
not
drip, guys,
but still 80 drip, man.
80 drip is 80 drip, man.
80 drip is 80 drip.
What was 80 drip when it was at what was that? $100-something.
Oh, imagine that. Imagine if it was at 201.
201. That's all-time high, isn't it, Danny?
That's my all-time high, man. That's what I see it. Fuzzy Crypto, you got to have like a hyphen, not an equal sign, brother. There you go.
Does that have to be capitalized too?
And it shouldn't, but anyway. So there you go. Wow, we got 8 entries. Love it, man. I love it. Yeah, love it. So exciting stuff. I love doing stuff like this, and I know we don't do it all the time. And we've been talking about drip. I would have normally just done it as BNB. But who cares?
Yeah.
You know, it's Alak-Azul, we'll do one. And next week we'll do a different one. I don't know, we'll airdrop to something else or we'll do BUSD or whatever. Man, if drip drop draw comes in this week and I have a lot more drip there.
Well, let's do a launch party there.
Yeah, let's do that when that happens, man.
Kings, you gotta come in.
I'll be there.
Oh, or we'll jump on your stream, whatever. Like,
yeah, man, we can come on yours. I'm all cool with that.
We're like inviting ourselves to the party.
Hey, I'll send the invites. Don't worry.
No, guys, there's only 8 entries. There's like I don't know how many of you are watching. Just please enter away.
The odds are good.
Yeah. We'll give it a little bit, but man, I'm so excited about. You know, all the stuff that's coming up, all the stuff that we're involved in. It's beautiful. I'm happy about coming back, right? Having that time away was amazing too. But coming back now and going, fucking yeah, man, I miss this vibe. Yeah. I miss this vibe.
Because I mean, we could be lazy and make the money. It's all good. It's
I'm lazy.
It doesn't change that. It's more like. Now the excitement is again getting out to the other people, meeting new friends, meeting new people in the space, you know, and bouncing off each other, right? That's what gets me excited. Building new shit together, right?
100%. I haven't had a day off in a year and a half, but you know, at some point I might have to take that big break, Danny. But for now,
bro,
we're gonna keep going.
And you know what? You're going to come on that big break. You're going to come and visit me over here. We're just going to chill out on an island, bro. And we're going to drink Alak-Azuls.
Oh, man.
All day, every day. 9:40 a.m.
Yeah, man. In the morning until the next morning. There, right? That's the really good thing about Alak-Azul, actually, bro. You know what? What happens here in my place, it's tradition or it's a law, unwritten or written. I'm going to put it on my wall. Your first shot of Alak-Azul has to be bottoms up, right? Has to be bottoms up. Whether that's straight or it's mixed or whatever, in a big glass like this, it's got to be bottoms up. and you feel that first shot. You literally feel that first shot, right? But what happens is you just have more and more, and you get this elevation like this, and then it just levels out, kind of a little bit like some crypto, right? But the thing is, you don't have this bottom out. You just stay there. You just reach this point, and you just stay there, and you can like literally drink for hours and hours and hours. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, you don't see people laying around on the floor like smashed. It gets you to that level, and you just cruise along. Dude, we've only got 8 entries. What the hell? Come on.
It was a good odds, man.
There's like 18 people watching the stream. Come on, man. Keep it going. Hashtag Alak-Azul. Either that or people don't have drip. Come on, guys. Leave it up there for another couple of minutes. If not, we're going to do the draw with 8.
Sure. While we're waiting, Kings, any message you want to send out?
I'll tell you, I got one for you, Crypto Lucky. When it comes to Drip Drop Draw, I think there's something you might like in here, is that they're going to have all the stats there. I feel like you're a stats man, so you know there's the biggest deposit prize, biggest sacrifice prize. They'll have all the normal prizes. You'll be able to have a look and be like, all right, how much drip did they deposit, etc., etc. It's every 4 hours. What do you think about that? You're going to be able to get mathematical with it.
For sure. No, I love that. I'm a boring spreadsheets guy. I know there's a really good YouTuber out there, James Colton, right? He's another guy. Props to him for helping people out as well. And so he's a spreadsheet guy as well. So I love looking at numbers because I want to see how it's different from yesterday and how it was different. It's like a journal, right? So you see where the price was in the very beginning, and then you see it go up, and then you see your accounts hitting $1 million, and you feel like a baller, and then you see your accounts hitting like a couple $1,000, and you're like, oh, right? So it's good to record. I love looking at numbers. I'm a numbers nerd, I guess, but I'm really bad at math.
Don't believe him, man. Don't believe him. Like we sit down and we nut out numbers every day, and I just like sit here and go, okay, all right, bro, whatever you come up with, man, that's all good.
So I get the calculator out in a lot of my videos. I don't do the spreadsheets, but I just go, all right, do this times that divided by that, and you're gonna be making this much money, and then a few more numbers, you'll be making that much money. So I don't track it, but just off the top of my head, boom, boom, boom. That's every video. I get the calculator out.
Yeah, sorry, I nerd out sometimes.
So should we do this draw? I think we're giving it enough time. All right,
let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, whoever's out there watching, this is DJ Danny D in the house. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna click draw. Anyone else? Last entry. No. Okay, here we go. Let's hit the draw.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
Doug.
Nice. Congrats.
Awesome. Congrats, brother. Congrats. Hey, I know you've got me on Telegram. Just send it over, and I'll airdrop that to you, and then you can just come on. I'm not going to do the airdrop live, right? But just well, I will. I'll do it while we're on live, but I'm not going to display it on the screen. Doug, message me your number, bro. And what? Message me your address, and then I'll airdrop that to you, and then you can say on the stream whether you got it or not. All right, beautiful. There you go. So I'll stop sharing that screen for a sec. We'll wait to hear from you, man. Message that over, and I will airdrop it to you. So
nice.
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
The 80 drip, you never know how much that could be worth in a few months from now. So especially you keep compound that up, and
dude, that's more than what I started with.
Yeah,
that's more than what I started with. So it can actually change lives. But when you look at it, you look at the Christmas giveaway that we did, and our main prize was like 25 drip. But how much was that 25 drip? That was like a couple of thousand.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
All right. And we gave that away. Actually, I think I had the role of giving away the main prize on that time.
Yeah, I think we're doing like 25 or 50. I forgot.
No, we were doing like 5s, 10s, 20s, and I think the main was like 25. So yeah, but it didn't matter. It's like just helping people.
I remember giving my friends drip at all-time highs. I was like, here's a few drip, like a few $1,000 there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm printing all this a day.
Yeah. It was such a beautiful time, and it's going to come again. I mean, it's just a cycle, right? Yeah. Knowing that what goes up must come down, but now that we're down, it's just going to, and when it goes up, of course, this bull market's going to surpass the last one. That's what gets me even more excited, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, get ready for that. Can you kindly clarify when you say build sideways instead of down? What does that mean? So. Yeah, go ahead, Danny. This is you.
No, I'll get onto it just a sec. I just copied this. Hey, Doug, can you confirm 53V8 as the last 4 characters, please? Last 4 characters on your 53V8.
And just type in your private key or seed phrase. That's the stuff where we're actually teaching in blocks. It's like the importance of security. Dude, there's so many. I know there was this one app. Was it Treasure or one of the hardware wallets? They had an app on App Store, which was a scam app. So people were saying, "Hey, download the hardware wallet manager and on the is it Play Store or App Store?" Yeah. And then in order to get in, of course, you got to put in your seed phrase. Oof. That's how they were scamming people, man. Jeez. So Apple took it out. This is only a couple days ago. Yeah. So again, that's what FTR movement is about too. Just letting people know about that, and what we're doing in the blocks is educating people to understand the importance of. I mean, you're talking to a guy who lost his keys, right, in one account, right? So been there, done that, and we all go through that. So it's just a matter of learn from my mistakes, learn from other people's mistakes, and just get comfortable with the space you're in now, the world that you're in now. Yeah. Doug,
that airdrop's going through now, brother.
Your mother's main name too. Yeah.
That airdrop is going through right now. So just put on the comments here once you've received it. So that's going through. That's 80 drip going out to you, brother. Airdrop complete. So it should be there. Let us know when that goes through. There you go. Yeah, I have something like that. Yeah. But okay, so let me expand on that. We're like talking about the sideways.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, talking about sideways. Like when I was growing these wallets, or building these wallets, each wallet has its own personality, and that's something I got from Kelly Snook when she came into our stream talking about personalities. And I have different accounts that do different things. I have accounts for paying taxes. I have accounts for family holidays. I have accounts for this and that. But I always build out sideways. The reason I haven't been building down is, one, if you're going to build down, you've got to have more BREEP tokens, etc. And eventually that top account is going to blow out. All right. Once that account reaches max, it's no longer sending, and obviously you're going to start claiming out from it. You're going to go net negative, and that no longer benefits anybody underneath you.
Yeah.
As you know, right? Net negative, you're no longer sending airdrops out, etc. So it's all about building out sideways. And when you build out sideways, if you have a team, you tell them to do the same thing. They come over. If they come over, great. If they don't worry about it. But the thing is that if you're building out sideways, you have multiple wallets earning and generating income every day. So you could have this wallet. Okay, today I'm going to claim from this one. These other ones I'm just going to compound. Yeah. Then the next day you'll probably go to this wallet. I'm going to claim from this one, and then the other ones I'm going to compound, etc. So you're evening out the load. Okay. We talk about having 30 wallets. Yes, I have 30 wallets. Do I have a max wallet? No, I don't have a max wallet. But I have a shitload of drip. I have a shitload of drip, but I haven't got a max wallet. My intention is not about getting a max wallet. I actually want to hold it for as long as I can, because what happens when you, again, this is just my strategy, not financial advice. You guys do whatever you want to do. You know, this works for me. It may not work for you, but for me, what happens, you get a max wallet, you claim, you make all your money, and then all of a sudden it stops because you've reached your max. Okay. I don't want to do that. I want to have income from here, and just space it out. I mean, 1%. It's still 1%, right?
Yeah.
Whether that 1% is over one wallet or over 30 wallets, it's still 1%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it allows you to like balance that out and grow gradually. Yeah. So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, no, it does. And it's good that the word personality, because every account, again, it has its own personality. Going back to that question of the strategy, the compound and claim strategy, it depends on the personality of that account. So again, and for me, it was all numbers. Again, I was shooting for my first $100 a day in the very beginning. I mean, that was for other projects as well. That was always my first goal for this every single project, is how can I earn $100 a day from this project? So with Drip, when I came into Drip, pre-launch, pre-sale, and all that stuff, we got in. Now I need $10,000 in there. That was my own personal goal, and so I did whatever I could, right, as soon as I could, to get up to that level, and then I started building sideways. But some people may say, okay, well, I'm happy with $20 a day in one account, then I'll build again. But just know that there's a life cycle and there's a lifespan. I mean, meaning each account, everybody gets paid the same, 100,000 tokens, right? So, so knowing that that's happening, you have to make sure that while one is growing, another one is planted, right? And that moves, and another one's planted. So it's just continuous.
Rinse and repeat.
If you're able to pull out $50 a day off one account, great. $50 a day off another account, great. Now there's $100, right? If you want to do 20. So again, it depends on your strategy. I look at it from a portfolio standpoint. What does my portfolio look like? And knowing that one is almost max payout, or it's getting taxed quite a bit, it's meaning it's earning slower, right? So I'll just create another one just to keep it going and have it nonstop. Yeah. And the good part about that too, building sideways, is you always have that mentality of you're not going to stop. You're always going to dollar cost average in whatever the price is going to be, right? You're always going to start new accounts, planting those seeds and letting them grow slowly. Next thing you know, you got 30 accounts like this guy over here. It was like, okay, I don't know how much drip I got. It's got too much drip.
I don't. But the thing is, right? The thing is that every one of those accounts is also helping the ecosystem, because you're doing a transaction every single day.
Tax. Yeah. Helps.
So you got that tax going in instead of just this one, blah, blah, blah. Man, okay. Every day, let's say, for example, even if I had 10 wallets and I'm claiming on 2 of them, there's 8 of them are actually doing a compound, which is adding to the system, right?
Even a claim, that's a 10% tax going.
Absolutely, right?
Yeah,
so every single one is doing something. Yeah. So that's my strategy. It's been working for me for a long time. And, you know, I carry that over to other projects that we're doing as well. So, man, absolutely beautiful. It works for me.
And all the maxis out there, please, I mean, again, get it. Look at other projects. There's a lot more than. Yeah. I know we love Drip because what we've experienced in Drip, but just know things have evolved so fast, and there's lots going on. So it is good to look around too. I mean, we always say not financial advice. Do your own research and don't put more than you could afford to lose. And you know, you don't want to put everything into one project as well. You also want to look at others. But you know, it's a matter. Just stay in the community, get everybody's input.
Doug, you got it. Awesome, bro. Awesome.
Crypto
the airdrop.
Yeah, nice.
Beautiful. All right. Well, guys, man, hey, if you have any other questions, like we've been pushing 2 hours and 26 minutes now.
Oh, shoot.
Freaking amazing, right?
I've never live streamed this long before.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. And then obviously straight after the stream, Kings, you got to stay on there because Eric and I are going to talk to you about a couple of other things, right?
No, so I'll be here.
Yeah, man. We got to do that. But what's this? 2 cents, and there are others than Drip. Come on, guy.
Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. No.
But hey, Drip Daplican, And yes, Crypto Kang, shout out to you, bro, because actually Crypto Kang was one of the guys that pushed me to come back and do the streams again. Because he was commenting on my other videos, where are these guys at? And I saw it, I thought, fuck, I got to get back on. I've got to get back and do this. Yes, shout out Crypto Kang. Thank you.
Well, Gary's telling me to shut up.
Thank you. All right.
No, and I appreciate that too, because it is, well, you already know drip is solid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm comfortable with it. There's no point in really going out. However, just again, it's your own play, right? It's your own play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hear you, Gary.
Absolutely. So there you go.
$20, not 2 cents. So.
Hang on, Danny. Does Danny stay under 10,000 to avoid whale tax? Okay, that's a good question. I do it not to avoid whale tax, right? I do it to give the best benefit to me. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. Okay. It's, it's really, you can talk about it as being avoiding whale tax. I mean, at the end of the day, no one can really avoid whale tax. It's going to be there. Okay. And in actual fact, 10,000 is not when you start getting affected by whale tax. It's dependent on your claims compared to your deposits, et cetera, et cetera. Right? It's not 10,000 because I was paying whale tax well under 10,000.
Yeah.
I was already paying whale tax. So, and I mean, and again, at the end of the day, I'm not going to say sorry to anybody. Look, man, it's there for us to make money. That's what it's there for. Make your money. I'm not ripping off the system. I'm not ripping off the system because in actual fact, the amount that I pay on taxes every day is a hell of a lot compared to a lot of other people.
Yeah.
Right. And, I came into it. I deserve to make money.
Yeah.
Bottom line, right? Bottom line. Yes, we want to help grow the community. And I think I've helped grow the community. I've brought in thousands of people over the years.
Yeah.
So, staying under the 10,000 to avoid whale tax. No, that's not the intent. That's not the intent. It's staying under the 10,000 or staying below max wallet is so that it'll last longer.
Yeah.
Right. It lasts longer. I can make money off that account for a lot longer.
Yeah.
So that's the intent. It's not about ripping off the system.
Yours are really good. I mean, when Kelly brought out our calculator and everything, it makes sense. I mean, you want to talk about numbers, dude. I still don't understand our calculators.
Yeah.
But she gave really good insight on how to calculate the best strategy. And she was saying compound claim 1-in-1 is the best strategy because it returns you the most amount of tokens in the longest period of time. So if you're looking for longevity, to have one account and stay there for as long as possible, compound claim would be the best strategy. As far as so if that's the case, then build multiple accounts. That's okay, and have the compound claim on each. $50 is still $50. $100 is still $100. It's whatever. You could have $100 off one account, or you could have $100 off 10 accounts, right?
Yep.
It still works out the same. So I agree with you. It's not to avoid tax. We're all going to be taxed. We're all being taxed.
Yeah.
Right. And we happily pay that tax. It's great. Right. That's what it's built for. But that helps sustain. But to then try to avoid it, no, I think it's more longevity. That's Kings. What do you think? What's your opinion?
Yeah, I think that's good. And eventually, you'll end up, even if you have multiple accounts, you'll end up paying it eventually anyway. So it's not avoiding whale tax, but I do like that strategy of building a compound claim strategy.
Yeah,
I think that's I remember listening to those streams back in the day, and I was thinking that's a good strategy. When I first started Drip, I was all about compound. And as the price started going up, I was like, all right, I think I'll implement that compound claim strategy. So because of that, I managed to take a lot of profit. So
good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's about, right? We're not here just to count numbers, right? Yeah. We're not here to go, hey man, my account's bigger than yours. Look at my dick, it's bigger than yours. It's not about that. Right? It's about, hey, I'm using this to live off.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I need to make money. That's what I'm here for. You know? And I make money and I spend it and it pays all my bills and that's beautiful. I don't have to say, well, man, I got a max wallet and boom, now I'm some fucking god because I got a max wallet.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying that to like badmouth anybody else or put anybody else down. If that's your strategy, beautiful. But I just saw that so many times in the drip Telegram groups and stuff like that. Whereas, fuck, I've got it. This is my whole mission. I've got to have a max wallet because that puts me into the upper echelon of people. Dude, you could have a max wallet, but I guarantee you, I've probably made more money than you. And I'm not saying that in a bragging way. What I'm saying is that the amount of money that I've made from this ecosystem since I got in on day one is a lot more than someone that's holding 4 or 5 max wallets right now because they didn't compound.
Yeah, right? That's right.
That's just what it is, right?
Yeah, Hong Boom Crypto, it's compounding one day, hydrating one day. The next 24 hours you would then claim, and that would stretch out your account for a very long time. And again, shout out to Kelly Snook, follower on her Telegram, join her Telegram group as well, because she's got the ex-NASA scientist. Come on now, right?
Yeah.
So if you got someone like that with that brain making calculations for you, definitely listen, right? And she'll give some good insight. But that's what we mean. Just compound, claim, just alternate each day. It depends on your strategy again, but we found that has worked. Our accounts are still here, even at these prices, but they're still spitting out money, right? And that's.
I love it.
I love it.
Absolutely love it. Okay, we've hit 2 hours and 33 minutes. I'm having a great time, but I think
we got because I feel I was talking more than King's. Not fair. I wanted to hear more from King.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. Hey, look, this is not going to be the only stream that we're going to have Kings on here with us, man. He's going to come and join us again, bro.
Yeah, I'll be back. Don't worry about that. Anytime
sure
you call.
Well, it's definitely an honor to have you on. As one
man.
Thing.
We feel blessed, brother.
We're totally blessed. I mean, I know you did mention that Danny helped guide you in the beginning, and we're still here. Do you know what I'm saying? And so now we want to learn from you as well. Right, so you just keep in touch. We're definitely going to be working together. Your community, our community, join forces. We're a lot stronger together. So thank you for your insight. And make sure you come on the next one.
Sweet, cheers. I remember watching when I was watching back in the day. I was like, I think I'm going to be on the stream one day, even though I didn't think I was going to be a YouTuber. I was just kind of like, I'm going to be here. I just kind of felt that, and here we are. So. Yeah, we did it.
And you got quite a few followers too. That's good.
Man, you got a lot, dude.
Yeah, good for you.
7,000 odd, but we're building. We're building.
Yeah, that's a sign that you're giving good value, bro. Right?
Absolutely, man.
And you're not. And here's the difference. Again, you're not an algorithm whore, and you're not an algorithm kind of what's that? OnlyFans whore that's just using words to then get not clickbait, right? What you're doing is you're actually providing real value. You're giving good information. You're giving deep insights. That's what the community needs. Not someone who's going to play the algorithm game. Anybody could do that. Get X amount of subscribers just on doing clickbait stuff. Sure, it'll work. But do you give actual value to the community? That's you right there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
you.
So
we need more people like you. So, big props to you.
Yes,
I want to love it too much, but I'm saying
love
you're doing the right thing, bro. Yeah.
I'm gonna give a one more shameless plug, but this time I'm gonna use FTR movement instead of fuck the rug. Okay, I'm gonna do this right now.
Nice.
I had to do it. All right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen that are watching the stream, I think it's time to call it. We got to go. Boys, you want to add anything else before we move on? And
I'm hungry, so I'm happy to eat it.
All right, sweet as. All right, again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning into another Alak-Azul Show. We'll be back again next week, Sunday. Just subscribe, smash the like button, subscribe, and get notified when we're going to go live again every Sunday for us over here, Saturday evenings in the US. And yeah, there you go. All right, Crypto Kings, thank you again, brother. Crypto Lucky, as always, my bro. Right, a stream is not the same without you on here. And no, I got to do one more.
more. Alak-Azul.
Oh shit. Okay, well,
wait. You got your bottle there?
I gotta go my bottle. I'm gonna stream from the bottle right here.
I got water in here, but I'll pretend it's Alak-Azul.
Do it.
Alak-Azul champions. Beautiful. All right,
guys.
Later, guys. I'll do my outro right now.
Kings, thank you.
Crypto Kings, stay there. Lucky, stay there.
I'm staying.